Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Georgetown High School. We are in the Georgetown Independent School District Athletic Complex, live at Birkelbach Field. I'm Wally Harbin, Kelly Duvall, Dave England, Holden Tuma. It's all here, and it's all time, boys. It is time for district football, and Georgetown plays host in the district opener to the Leander Lions. And Kelly, we were in this position last year after a bye week on the road. We're putting up numbers. We're smacking people down, and Leander punched us in the face.
Yes, they did.
How do we stop that from happening in year two?
Well, and Coach and I talked a little bit about that, and you'll hear that in the interview in just a few minutes. But I feel quite certain that the senior leaders on this team are not going to let the underclassmen forget what happened last year and push this forward. And, oh, by the way, as a football fan, I hate bye weeks. I hate them.
But an opportunity for some nicks and dings to be healed up and to get everyone kind of ready to go. Some changes were made. You've had different players step up. You've had different players have to answer the call in locations and in positions they haven't played in before, and that was all answered with a big come-from-behind win against the Copperas Cove Bulldogs, 35-32. And one thing we saw in that, gentlemen, was Chuck Griffin's 50th win as the head coach at Georgetown High School. So a lot of congratulations go to Coach Griffin. But in that conversation with Chuck, you can ask him over and over again, how does it feel? Kind of get to that mark. You look to the next mark. Chuck doesn't want to talk about that. Coach Griffin says, put some attention and put some thanks towards my assistant coaches.
Yes.
And that is one thing he likes to sing their praises. Looked at the stats today. We got it on the historypage.com that we were sent from Coach, and as we asked, last year the team went 10-2, 500. And looking at the points as he's gone through his years at 2019, taking over as the head coach, this team, in average, underneath Chuck Griffin, has averaged 38.3 points a game, allowing 26.7. They've scored 2,847 points with him at the helm and sit at a record of 50, 23, and 0. And so it was an awesome win and an awesome way for this team to come back and fight for that win for Coach Griffin. And a big win, I think. I think, Holden, if we were going to be truthful about it, maybe the best thing that could have happened to this team and some experience and some players finding out adversity is not going to kill them, how to come back, and the adjustments made in the second half for a big come-from-behind win was a big one getting ready for district play.
I could not agree more, because in particular of last year, how last year ended, the trouble Georgetown had when they got met with adversity because of how dominant they were in first halves. A lot of the times, and that's those second halves in games, they weren't playing quite at the same level, and it made a lot of games tighter than they needed to be. So I could not agree more. Getting some examples, getting some balance with that adversity early on in this season is just going to help sharpen this team in the weeks to come.
Live down on the sidelines tonight, we'll find Doppler Dave roaming around, and we go down field side to Dave. Hey, Doppler Dave, it's a beautiful night for high school football.
It is beautiful. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's 86 degrees, 29% humidity, so we're loving it. Winds are like 4 miles an hour out of the northeast, so we're in great shape. A lot of folks are wearing gold tonight for Go Gold for GISD district-wide, so if you see a lot of folks wearing gold, it's not our new color. So the team is excited. This one, personally, for me, guys, has been circled on my calendar since last year at Bible Stadium.
It's an opportunity for this. Hilton Eastview is on the road at Glenn to match up against the Glenn Grizzlies. And so an opportunity here for Georgetown tonight to build on the momentum and off of that come from behind win, but couple that with a break, some fresh legs, some time to focus on the grades, time to get that focus in the classroom as well, which is pushed here by Coach Griffin. And Kelly, you had a chance to talk to Coach Griffin this week.
I did, and Coach Griffin was really excited, ready to get back to the football game. And here is the interview with Coach Griffin. We welcome to Countdown to Kickoff head coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, thank you for joining us.
Hey, Kelly. How are you, man?
Doing good. This interview, as always, brought to you by Blair Hogue and Fairway Mortgage, sponsors of the coach's interview in each and every week. Coach, congratulations. Great win over a very, very tough Copperas Cove team. As a fan, that was such a fun game to watch and be a part of. As a coach, give us your view of how that game went.
Man, I'm just proud of our kids. It was a great game. You know, anytime you have an opportunity to come from behind and get a win, that's pretty exceptional when your kids can do that. So fired up about, just their wherewithal and their toughness, mental toughness, and to be able to go and finish a game like that. Was really proud of them and their effort. So, I mean, it's always a little taxing. I tell guys I like when we win by 45 because it's a whole lot more relaxing. It's more fun. But anyway, no, it was good. So I'm excited about our kids, and those games are awesome.
It's games like that are part of the reason why Texas high school football has the reputation it has even nationwide. That was just a really, really fun game. There were some talented athletes on both sides of that field Friday night.
Absolutely.
So Coppers Cove threw some really, really good athletes out there, quarterback mobile and able to move around a lot. And it seemed like that the defense was struggling a little bit, but when it mattered the most, the defense really stepped up and got some really important turnovers.
Yeah, in the second half, we put them in a bad position, gave them the ball on the 6-yard line. Outside of that, we gave up 3 points in the second half. So proud of our defense, their effort, their adjustments, and the way that they came through later in the game. So, we just got to keep growing and keep getting better. And, just proud of those kids and the way they performed.
What was it that was giving the defense so many difficulties in the first half that they were able to fix in the second half?
I just think it's athleticism, just going through that and making sure you understand, where everybody is and what can hurt you and those kind of things. And again, it's just experience. We're super young on defense, so being in a game like that and having to kind of bear down and get ready to go is pretty impressive. So excited about them and how they finished up.
With that inexperience on the defensive side of the ball, especially, I mean, there's some inexperience on the offensive side too, but it seems like there's even more on that defensive side. How important is it for the Tennyson Deans of that defense to step into those leadership roles and keep those guys focused when they're facing that kind of adversity?
Yeah, absolutely. Guys like Tennyson and Cole Mitchell and Kate Erickson who've been playing a little bit, those guys to be able to step in and kind of lead the way and keep everybody focused on what they got to do. And that's a big deal. Just continue to do your job, continue to pay attention to the details and get better at those things. So those guys doing that is really important.
On the offensive side of the ball, it's very, very nice to see Jet back and running the ball a little bit more. But Jet was not the only. I continue to be very impressed with these young running backs who come in and fill in when Jet needs a breather or whenever y'all just decide. That's so impressive that those two young men who are basically behind Jet on the depth chart play like they could be starters at almost any other high school that I've seen to this point. Talk about that running game.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have guys like that and be able to use some depth, be able to use some guys so that we're fresher later in the season. Zach and Weston have been doing a tremendous job and just fired about them and how well they're playing. And, to be honest, it's kind of unique. I think everybody would like to some degree, be selfish and take all the carries, get all the yards. But when you can spread it out like that, you play better in the long run. You're more fresh and going to be more explosive, and you see great programs and whether college or NFL, they do that. They're kind of running back by committee, and so if we can do that, we're gonna continue to do that.
When that running game is having some success like that, I think 2 running backs rush for over 100 yards. Is that right?
Yeah.
2 running backs that run for that does so much for that passing game. How was that able to get that passing game loosened up and get X open and some of those other guys?
Well, it just kind of makes people pay attention to what's going on in the run game, and our offensive line is playing tremendous. So, when they're able to do those things and protect the quarterback and let, Xavier get open or Copeland get open or Braylon or those guys, just it's awesome. So, it's definitely a good thing to do.
Offensive line really seems to be getting their feet under them. I know they struggled a little bit in the first couple of games, but in this game, they really looked like they were really starting to gel and let those snaps get some experience to them. How important has their development been up to this point in getting this offense running?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what you want in pre-district is let's get out there and let's get better. Let's gel. That group as a unit specifically has got to gel so well for you to be good. And they've just continued to get better every week. And Sam and Caden are doing a tremendous job of leading those guys and with the experience they have. So excited about our O-line and how well they're playing as well.
first couple of possessions for the offense, they weren't able to do a whole lot, but Caleb never really seemed to get rattled about that or frustrated by that. His leadership is really showing on the field too.
Yep,
Tell us about.
He just keeps growing up, keeps getting better, and wants to be good and wants to learn, and he just keeps getting better every week.
So this week, Leander comes to town. With the timing of the bye week, get some of these nicks and dings a little healed up. How has the bye week gone? And did it come at a really opportune time for?
Yeah, it's been good. The good thing about the bye week is we got an opportunity to kind of buckle down on grades. This is the end of the 6 weeks. It's a grading check, as far as no pass, no play. So making sure, hey, everybody in the program is locked in and doing well from that standpoint allows you to heal up a little bit. We practiced 3 days like normal last week, but we changed the way we do it. We don't practice quite as long. So allows them to get their legs back under them a little bit. And since fall camp, it's been a long time. There's been a lot of workouts since fall camp. And when you look at it from a workout standpoint, we're more than halfway through the season from a workout standpoint. So having that break at that point and getting them ready, essentially we practice 3 days a week. So, even if you're going to play, 12 more weeks, you're not looking at very many practices. And when you go back to fall camp, we're well into halfway of our practices for the year. So allowing them to get their legs back under them and recuperate a little bit is really big. So I'm excited about where we are. We've had some good week of practice this week and looking forward to Friday.
So Friday, Leander Lions are coming to town. Before we get into a discussion about the game Friday night, it is actually the juvenile cancer awareness game for you guys. Yeah. It's the Go
Gold game. Yeah.
Go Gold game. Tell fans about what that means.
So this is something our community is pretty passionate about. It's affected a lot of people in our school district through the years. And so there's an organization that puts together, like you'll see our coaches wearing a yellow shirt at the game. And obviously that's not our color. But we do that to recognize the kids in our community and the kids that are in GISD that are struggling with cancer or dealing with that. Of course, we had our very own Madeline Scholes, an athletic trainer from several years ago who passed away from pediatric cancer. And so it's just a way for us to give back. We sell those shirts for they're able to use that money to help some of our families. And then also we've got some we do that also for a scholarship, for Madeline Scholes scholarship. So you'll see some young people walking through the stands with us on Friday night, down there on the sideline with us for a little bit at the beginning of the game, kind of as we get rolling in the the kind of the pageantry, the first part of the game. You'll see some of those kiddos down there with us, and so it's just part of what makes Georgetown special. It's part of the community, and we take a lot of pride in that, in our community, where we're from and who we are, and we want to celebrate and help kids out any way we can.
We'll tip a cap to you and the coaching staff and everybody involved with Georgetown football, because y'all are so involved in the community and understand the importance of that. And the passing of Madeline, who was just a sweetheart of a human being, really affected this team, but not only with the sadness, but the determination to get involved and help others beat that. And I'm really proud of Georgetown High School and you and that coaching staff for your efforts to that. So thank you for that, Coach.
Thank you.
Blair Hogue with the Hogue team of Fairway Independent Mortgage is your local lender. With over 22 years of experience, Blair and his team are here to guide you through every step of your home journey. Whether you're buying, refinancing, or pulling equity out for debt consolidation or home improvements, when you think mortgage, think Blair Hogue with the Hogue team. We are conveniently located on the square in Georgetown. Visit us today or call 512-717-9912 and let's get started on your path to home ownership.
Holden's first half stats, the third quarter, and post-game wrap-up are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. Graham & Sons is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best-tasting meat the First Responder Broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown Eagle Football.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field as we get ready for game 1 of the district season here live against the Leander Lions. The band going through their warm-ups performance because it's middle school night. So we'll turn a little band of noise in here. Georgetown band with a performance here before the start of the ball game with middle school band night tonight. And so just a little piece of that action as they are in full rehearsal mode, getting ready for contest season. So best of luck to the Eagle Marching Band. But back to football we go, guys. You talk about some things that occurred in the first 3 games. You can talk about adjustments that were made but didn't get executed well. You can talk about players getting some experience on the Friday night lights, a little bit faster, a little bit quicker. Things happen a little bit harder. And then you can opportunistically look at, I think you look at that Copper's Cove game and think things started to come together for this team, and you had Jet Walker back in that backfield.
Right.
Things got to change for other defensives now with Jet Walker back in there.
And we've seen it as these 3 games have progressed. The defense is getting their legs under them. Some of these younger players on the offense are getting their legs under them, and you start to see that starting to come together. And I think that kind of win last week against Copper's Cove was hugely valuable to building some maturity in this team and getting them excited to play ball again. They were kind of going through the motions the first couple of games, but this 3rd game, they really, really had to fight and struggle against a very talented Copper's Cove team.
Holden, I was going to say Hyatt. I looked at you. The younger brother's not here tonight. Holden, some of the numbers that Georgetown put up, what are we looking at in the first 3 games of the season?
Special guest in the press box, folks.
Sorry.
Wally's granddaughter's here.
Absolutely.
We are unapologetic for that. Go ahead, Holden.
Yeah, so offensively and defensively, Georgetown's start has been pretty interesting just because, as we've noted in the first couple games of this season, a lot of these players who are going to get meaningful snaps going forward and to start the season off have been pretty inexperienced. A lot of guys who hadn't scored a lot, hadn't got a lot of snaps, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. And so a lot of the stats that we have currently, I'm trying to pull them up, aren't exactly the same number of the same high-profile stats that we're used to potentially seeing from this Georgetown offense in particular. Like you were mentioning earlier, averaging 38 points a game in particular in these past couple seasons underneath the head coach Chuck Griffin. And so, again, a lot of this stuff is not exactly the mind-popping numbers, but they are still have been enough to secure wins, and that's really all that matters. Right now, they're scoring 29 points a game. They're running the ball. They've had 523 rushing yards, 458 passing yards. total of about 980 yards of offense. And then particular personnel-wise, running the ball, Zach Guyton, he's got 34 carries, 225, 3 touchdowns. Weston Stewart, 232, 3 touchdowns as well. Very even numbers there. The two running backs who really stepped up in the absence of Jet Walker, who returned in his debut, had 126 and 2 scores in essentially his debut. He played 2 drives in the first game of the season. And his first real game action, he popped on the scene, did not look like he had any rust. Passing the ball, Caleb McDougal, I think, had his best game of the season last week. He's throwing for 458 and 5 touchdowns so far in this early season. And then receiving as well, a big question mark I had was who's wide receiver 2 going to be? Braylon Westfall's really stepped into that role. He's got 13 catches, 136 yards, 2 scores. And then Xavier Warren, obviously, the UCLA commit, 15 catches, 209, and 3 scores as well. So this Georgetown offense can beat you in a lot of different ways.
Wally, I did want to mention, we mentioned it briefly, but when I did the interview with Coach, when we got done with the interview, he was just raving about his assistant coaches, and he hates attention on himself. And like I say, we mentioned it a couple of times. His 50th win last week. If he wins tonight, he moves up that win list in the coaching staff, and just a few wins away from becoming the second all-time leading wins coach at Georgetown, but all he would talk about was his assistant coaches, and these guys have done a phenomenal job, and Coach wants them to get some attention.
Those assistant coaches we talk about, and he talks about in praises, Brian Herman, Gerald Flores, Matthew Laux, Kevin Yeager, Jacob Colson, Travis Kinchlow, James Key, Frank Anzuris, J.J. Slack, Robert Knowles, Logan Lewis, Kyle Gandy, and Robert Havens. And I tell you what, you have legends around here like Kyle Gandy, who have been around here for years.
Long time.
Continue to make an impact on these young men. And then you talked about new coaches like J.J. Slack that came in this year, who will step in a pivotal role in the baseball program as well, out of Kansas State University. He's well versed in this area, having been at Southwestern before Kansas State. And so you've got some old coaches mixed in with some of these new coaches, and you just got to like what you're seeing. Can these players continue to get that experience, to get that confidence, to get that momentum going as they start this run here against the Leander Lions and in district play? Next week, remember, we will be here at the school on the JV field on the track for the coaches show on Wednesday night, because it's our only Thursday night game of the week at Killeen Chaparral next week. So next week will be Wednesday night coaches show. Thursday night we'll be on the road to take on the Killeen Chaparral. So make sure you join us here at the thing. We won't be at Camp Brightside, but if you're at Camp Brightside, thanks for watching tonight. They've got the game live up on the TVs there at Camp Brightside, one of our proud sponsors, and we love everything they do for us here at First Responder Broadcasting. We get to, you want to go starting lineups?
Let's talk keys of the game. Then we'll get to the starting lineups. Let's mix it up.
Go to it.
So tonight, keys to the game for Georgetown are
first
going to
half
be
stats.
hang on to the football, take care of your assignments. Get this running game going against this Leander Lion defense, and if they can get that running game going, then that is absolutely going to open up that pass game, and I think that's going to be key for Georgetown, getting some points on the board, and then that defense doing what the defense did, stepping up when it's time and stopping the Leander attack.
Holton, your
The Golden
thoughts on
Rule
the
is
keys of the game here
located at
tonight for
606
Georgetown?
South
My
Church
number one
Street
key
in
is on
Georgetown.
defense. It is
Golden
making
Rule offers
Mason
an
Montgomery, the
amazing
quarterback
menu
for
and even
Leander,
better atmosphere.
uncomfortable.
Enjoy
He's
a
been
wide
turnover
variety of menu
prone. He's has
items like
5
Cantonese
interceptions
driblets,
in the first
Texas
3
fried
games.
quail,
If we can
roasted
get
beef
some
salad,
consistent
and
pressure on
double
him,
smash
I think this
burger,
Georgetown
and
defense
much,
might have a
much
very big
more.
night.
Join us for Sunday brunch with
I
a delicious
completely
selection
agree
of
with
food
Holden.
and
In fact,
drinks.
I'm going to
Give the
add
menu
to it.
a
I want to
look
see
at
some pick
Golden
sixes
Rule.
tonight. I want to see our defense flying around on fire. It's Birkelbach field. It's go gold. The weather is not a problem. I want to see the defense.
Whoops.
And Dave,
Yeah.
your points are so
Segue.
good it even fires up the music.
That's it.
Here on the broadcast. To me, guys, I think if this team grows on what they did in the second half against Copper's Cove, this team can't go wrong. They got stronger and stronger offensively. Copeland Madre, to me, is the key on this offense here in the next few games. What he has done to step up and make plays, the huge catch on 4th down against Copper's Cove to set up that game-winning drive. I think he's a key component to this offense. Now that you got Braylon Westfall going crazy, you got Xavier Warren, you've got Britton on one side, you've also got Regan Terosian. The weapons are out there. I think Madre's the big key on the offensive side of the ball. If he continues to stay hot, get more and more confident, and open it up everything for Xavier Warren, this offense may be tough to stop with Jet Walker back in there at 100%. Defensively, that linebacking core has to continue to grow. And this, I think the defensive line, to me, has to be able to contain the pocket and not over-pursue with quarterbacks that have come back to hurt us.
That hurt Georgetown in the first half of the game against Copper's Cove. They tightened that up in the second half, and the score in the second half really, the Georgetown defense in the second half really contained that attack in the second half.
Let's go to the Georgetown starting lineup. Go ahead.
Do want to say that the starting lineups are brought to you by Oak Ridge Disciple House. Josh Harris and the Oak Ridge staff doing wonderful things there in his 15th year of sponsorship. So, Josh, thank you so much for your sponsorship. And here are your Georgetown starters.
Actually, we're going to take a timeout. I think Coach is coming out. We're going to go to Dave for a sideline quick interview with Coach Griffin.
I do have
pre-game.
Coach here.
Go ahead,
Coach,
Dave.
First district game. We're back at home. What's your message to the team?
Man, just go play hard. This is our place. This is our house. So go play and dominate your opponent.
We're going to see something special at halftime with Go Gold.
I have no idea. Okay. Not my ballpark.
Yeah, all right.
That is not in my wheelhouse.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Right, you got it. Thank you.
Now to the starting lineup for your Georgetown Eagles on the offensive side of the ball. At right tackle, a 6'6", 275-pound senior, number 71, Caden Scherer. At right guard, a 6', 268-pound junior, number 77, A.J. Big Tasty Gonzalez. In the middle, the center, a 6', 280-pound senior, number 76, Ryan Mishcott. The left guard, a 6'1", 250-pound senior, number 55, Caleb Hennessy. And at left tackle, the 6'4", 270-pound senior, number 78, Sam Lopez. On the tight end, H-back, it'll be the 6'2", 200-pound senior, number 2, Regan Tarosian. At wide receiver, a 6'1", 175-pound senior, number 4, Copeland Madre. At the other receiver will be the 6'1", 180-pound senior, number 7, Xavier Warren. In the slot, you'll also find the 6'2", 200-pound senior, number 2, Regan Tarosian. And on the other slot, it'll be the 5'9", 160-pound junior, number 16, Braylon Westfall. In the backfield, beside your quarterback, will be the running back, the 6'2", 215-pound senior, number 28, Jet Walker. And taking the snaps from behind center will be your quarterback. That is the 6', 165-pound junior, number 12, Caleb McDougall. When the Eagles go to the fullback position, is that the halfback position? At the fullback, you'll have the 5'10", 200-pound senior, number 17, Gus Papa Constantino. Defensively for your Georgetown Eagles, at the dog position, it is a 6 foot, 200-pound senior, number 8.
Small dog.
Denison Dean. At nose tackle, the 5'10", 250-pound senior, number 99, A.J. Stevenson. At the tackle, number 36, a 6'1". Is it 36? Nope. Uh-oh, I messed it up. I'm sorry. At tackle, number 49, a junior, Derek Jones. And at the bandit, that is the senior, 6'1", 187-pound senior, number 36, Jesse Espinoza. At the Mike linebacker, we'll get it right in a minute, I promise you. A 6', 200-pound junior, number 34, Gavin Smith. At the wheel, the 5'9", 174-pound junior, number 14, Landon Hammett. And the Sam linebacker, the 5'11", 200-pound hard-hitting senior, number 11, Cole Mitchell. On the outside, at safety, you will find the 5'11", 168-pound junior, number 19, Johnny Decker. And then he will be beside number 20, the 5'11", 175-pound junior, Reagan Bollinger. The quarterbacks tonight for your Georgetown Eagles, the 5'11", 165-pound senior, number 21, Jihad Abdunur. And on the other side, the 6 foot, 180-pound junior, number 3, Cade Erickson.
And Holden Tuma will bring you the starters for the Leander Lions tonight.
Leander offensively is going to start with the left tackle, number 76, Jacob Wells. He's a senior, and you're going to hear that word a lot with Leander's starting lineup. Left guard, number 77, Javier Gonzalez. He's a senior. At center, number 60, Dustin Stanton. He is also a senior. At right guard, number 73, Lane Bagby is a senior. Right tackle, number 52, Jeffrey Moffitt is also a senior. At interior receiver, number 2, Dominic Jaramillo. He's a senior, and he's going to be their pass attack, their pass threat when they do drop back to throw the ball. The other interior receiver is number 19, Aiden Pass. He's a senior. Outside wide receiver, number 10, is Isaac Montgomery. He's a junior, the only non-senior on the starting offense. The other outside receiver is number 8, Malachi Ramos, a senior. The two running backs, number 20, Jake Coates and Liam Gaither, both seniors. And then quarterback number 1, I mentioned him earlier, Mason Montgomery, is a senior as well. For Leander's defense, a defensive end number 88, Virgil Garcia, is a senior. At the nose, number 53, Tristan Nasapak is a senior. At the other end spot, number 55, Caleb Lemire is a senior. The linebacker, number 5, Liam Walters, is a senior as well. Linebacker number 9, Chase Milne, is a senior. Linebacker number 15, Evan Perkins, is another senior. Linebacker number 11, Emmanuel Ugo, is a senior. One of the cornerbacks, number 3, Tyree Smith, is a junior, the only non-senior on the Leander Lions defense. The other cornerback, number 4, Nick Winton, is a senior. And the safeties, number 7, Tyler Mormon, and Jackson Arnold, both seniors as well. Jackson Arnold, number 13, for the Leander defense. A lot of senior talent on that team.
Quick message from Oak Ridge Disciple House. We'll be right back to count down the kickoff right after this.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who...
Holden's first half stats, the third quarter, and post-game wrap-up are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. Graham & Sons is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best tasting meat the first responder broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown Eagle Football. The Golden Rule is located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown.
Join us as we get ready for the national anthem live here tonight at Birkelbach Field. The presenting of the colors have taken place. We will return with the countdown to kickoff after tonight's national anthem.
Number 52, Jeffrey Moffett. Number 76, Jacob Wells.
Number 11, Cole Mitchell. Number 17, Gus
Georgetown Eagle. Number 11,
number 21, Jahan Abdinor.
Common spelling.
Number 17, John.
Introduce each other.
Number 21, Jahan Abdinor. Number 28, Jeff Walker.
Gentlemen, welcome to Birkelbach Field. I'm Ethan. I'm your referee. This is Chris. This is your umpire.
have a coin here, heads, tails, tails, heads. We did this earlier. I'm going to flip it and tell you what happened. Georgetown won the toss and elected to receive. You're kicking the ball. You're going to kick from the scoreboard this direction. Go ahead, put your back towards the scoreboard. Georgetown over here. Defend this end zone.
So from Coach Griffin, they win the coin toss, and he wants the ball. And they will take the ball from the north end zone and head to the south end of the stadium. And so this offense will have an opportunity, Kelly, to start out with the ball and to make an impact early on this game. What do they have to do in this first possession?
I think they're just going to, again, try to establish that run so that can open up some stuff later. But with Jet Walker back there, I hope that's exactly what they do. I love watching that young man run the football.
The kicker for the Leander Lions most likely will be the senior, number 32, Rene Rodriguez. We'll get ready as they bring out the
Go Gold.
We are going to take a moment of silence for the Gold.
Let's continue to support the families in our community and keep the memory of all children impacted by pediatric cancer close to our hearts. Whether it's through donations, volunteering, or spreading awareness, every effort counts in the fight against childhood.
So it will be Rene Rodriguez, the junior kicker, to tee it up from the near side. Hash mark for the Leander Lions to kick it away.
Good news, we have replay back tonight, folks. Brought to you by J. Byron Custom Homes.
Back deep for your Georgetown Eagles will be number 7. That is Xavier Warren. He will go back towards the goal line here on the near side for the Eagles. Looks to be number 27, Western Stewart. The kick is going to go about 8 yards deep and through the back of the end zone. So the Georgetown Eagles will take over. 1st and 10 to open up at their own 25-yard line to open up the ball game here at Birkelbach Field. Boys, it's time to play football.
It is time, and I can't wait. Thank goodness the bye week is gone, and we are back to football. We want to welcome all our viewers on YouTube. We appreciate every one of you joining us. Jessica Diaz giving a shout-out to her daughter and the athletic trainers who do a magnificent job for this Georgetown Eagle football team.
Georgetown in the gray pants, black jerseys, white numerals, silver helmets. McDougal in the shotgun formation, far side hash mark, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hand it Jet Walker right up the middle, runs over a linebacker. Oh, baby, we're back to football here at Georgetown. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2 for the Eagles.
Speaking of replays, let's watch Jet absolutely run over the first guy that tries to tackle him tonight. Just a tremendous job of Jet, just getting that forward momentum, and he runs so low to the ground.
Ball up to the 33-yard line. Triple receivers stacked on the left side, 1 receiver right. Walker to the right of McDougal. Shotgun snap back. Quick wide receiver screen on the outside. Xavier Warren makes a man miss down the sideline. Gets knocked out of bounds just about the 44-yard line. That'll be enough for a borrow from Morrow, 1st down.
Nice play there. Get that 1st down. Keep that momentum going, but nothing down deep yet. And this offense really likes to attack the middle of the field and then the far edge, middle of the field with the running game, far edges with that passing game.
Snap back to McDougal, handed to Warren right side. Walker right side, and he plows forward up for about a 7-yard gain up to the 49 into Leander territory. And a nice run on 1st down brings up a manageable 2nd and 3 now. The Eagles operating quickly now. This is something we haven't seen in the preseason, is this kind of tempo early on in the possessions. And now an empty backfield. 4 receivers left, 1 right. Warren, the lone receiver right. McDougal on the near side hash mark. A clap of the hands. Ball back. Looks right. Looks left. Wide receiver screen. Braylon Westfall right up the middle. 45. And dives forward for another borrow from Morrow. 1st down. He'll be marked down at the 41-yard line of Leander. 1st and 10 for Georgetown.
If McDougal had kept looking to his right a little bit, Xavier was gone. He absolutely left that defender, and he was a little bit frustrated that Caleb didn't see him out there, but Caleb had already turned his head looking for that second outlet.
1st and 10 from the 41 of Leander. 1 receiver right, 1 left. Tight end to the left end of the line. That's Tarosian. Walker in the backfield, directly behind McDougal on the far side hash mark. Snap back, turn, hand it to Walker. Up the middle, legs chopped out. It'll be enough for a 1-yard gain. And it'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Kelly, did you see the pancake by Caden Shera the play before last where he just kind of laid on top of the player for a couple of seconds and didn't let him get up?
No.
That was awesome. You gave him a good shove when he got up.
And right there, that's how you got to tackle Jet Walker. You have to hit him low. If you try to go high on him, he's going to lower his pads and just go right through you. So, good tackle.
5'11", 180-pound sophomore running back now beside McDougal to the right side. Zach Guyton, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Handed off, Guyton right up the middle, finds a hole, runs into a group of defenders for the Lions and plows forward all the way up to the 32. And that'll bring up 3rd and 1 now for the Eagles.
And that is my favorite dynamic about this offense, the fact that they can rotate running backs and keep everyone fresh to get high-quality reps from 3 running backs who can all run the ball really, really well.
And sometimes when you take your leading running back out to give him a little bit of a break, a lot of teams aren't expecting you to run the football on that play. But with what these 2 young running backs have shown, you absolutely lose very little if Jet Walker comes off the field.
Now very tight formation. 1 receiver to the right side, 1 to the left. Walker in the backfield to the right of McDougal. Snap back. McDougal fakes the end around. Being pressured, going to get rid of it and does. Throws over the head of Xavier Warren. It's incomplete, but a good job by McDougal to avoid the sack. And that'll bring up 4th and 1 now, but a penalty flag is on the field down about the 34-yard line. So we'll see who this is on. And Caleb McDougal's pointing to Leander.
Copeland Madre just managed to get through the secondary, and he was wide open there about the 20. Unfortunately, Caleb was under a lot of pressure right then.
Looks like it's going to be holding on Georgetown.
Was in the area. It was an incomplete pass. Holding. Offense number 9. 9. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay 3rd down.
So the hold called there on the offense. Trying to see, did they accept it or decline it?
Surely they accepted it.
There we go.
That is a correction.
Coach Flores was out there pointing the other direction, saying it was on the defense. And Chase Milne, the senior linebacker, gets the penalty called on it, so that's going to be an automatic 1st down for this Georgetown offense. Another Morrow for Morrow 1st down.
Georgetown students showing some hospitality by letting these guys know the rules of the game.
And that's what you like. Your student body to be helpful, be respectful. 1st and 10 for your Georgetown Eagles at the 22 of Leander. Heading out to the far side, Braden Bratton. He'll join Copeland Madre on the far side. Xavier Warren here on the near side. Guyton in the backfield along with Weston Stewart on the right side. Now Bratton in motion to the right side. Snap back, hand it to Stewart left side. No pass across the middle, off the hands of Copeland Madre, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 22 of Leander.
Copeland just not quite able to pull that pass in, just a little bit out in front of him. And that's a catch you want him to make. Gets his hands on it, but again, a little more experience and maybe he makes that catch. But a good effort out there. Big play here.
And I know, Kelly, you enjoy that pass across the middle.
I do, very, very much so.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles from the Lion 22-yard line. Warren and Madre go wide left now. Tarosi in the tight end, offset to the left end of the line beside Lopez. Zach Guyton to the right of McDougal. Now Warren in motion, snap back. Hand it, Guyton left side, gets a block on the outside the 20, cuts back up to about the 15, and then he'll be knocked down there, but a late flag comes in here. We'll see who they get that on. It may be on Georgetown for a hold there.
And if it is, it's going to be a real killer because it was away from the play. Guyton was far outside of where that hold would have occurred, and that is going to be an absolute killer for that coaching staff to see.
I think it may be holding defense.
Wow. So another holding on, and I'm with you, Holden. I thought they threw it on Caleb Hennessy behind the play, but it called on Timon Lawson, the senior defensive lineman. So another costly penalty for this Lion defense, and now Georgetown with a 1st and 10 inside the Graham & Sons red zone at the 11-yard line.
Several times this year we've talked about offensive penalties like that just kill a drive, and whenever that first holding penalty was called, I thought that's what was going to happen. But on the defensive side, when you're down in your own end of the field and you have 2 penalties like that called on you, that is hard to overcome.
Madre, the lone receiver, right. Now he's joined by Zach Guyton. Snap back, hand it to Walker. He'll dance to the left side. Looked like it might have been a face mask, but they're just say he grabbed the back of the helmet, pulled Walker down.
Walker on the carry.
And here comes one of the linemen out. That's going to be Hennessy. His helmet was knocked off. So he'll have to come out for a play. So Xavier Flemings, the 6'4", 280-pound sophomore, will have to go in for a play.
At the 11-yard line.
It looked weird where the helmet of Jet Walker pulled around the helmet, but he looked to the side of the helmet, not the face mask. So they stop him for kind of a half-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Far side hash mark. And now Coach Griffin is going to take his first timeout of the half. 7:46 remaining here in the first half. In the first quarter, we'll take a timeout with them. Georgetown Eagle Football continues in a moment.
Every first quarter this season is brought to you by Nathaniel Funk, your Leander, Georgetown, Edward Jones financial advisor at 1640 Highland Falls Drive, Suite 801, Leander, Texas 78641. Learn how he can help you with your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com/Nathaniel Funk for more.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. Georgetown still in the middle of their opening drive, have taken it from their 25 all the way down to the 12-yard line of Leander, where it is 2nd and 11. 2 big first downs on holding penalties by the Lions. Now the Eagles have Xavier Warren split left, Copeland Madre wide right, Walker in the backfield to the right of McDougal on the far side hash mark. McDougal will send Warren in motion right. Clap of the hands. Hand it off. Walker left side follows his blockers. A stiff arm. But it'll be pushed out of bounds inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line, it looked like. They're going to mark him out about the 9. And so that'll be a gain of 3. Bring up 3rd and 8 now for the Eagles.
Leander's done a nice job on this goal line sequence, stacking the box and not letting a big run gap open up to score an easy touchdown. They're really forcing Georgetown to consider throwing the ball here.
3rd and 8, clap of the hands. We'll see who they call that penalty on there. The defense jumped. Sam Lopez reached out to try to make contact. Flags come, the whistles blow. So we'll see who they call this one on. So the 3rd costly penalty for the Lions defense. So instead of 3rd and 8, and then the student body.
Again, lets them know there's some hospitality, is it?
And that is a great job recognizing the situation by the right tackle, Sam Lopez, there to immediately react to the jump defensively and trigger that flag. Because if you don't move, that defender can get back and you don't get that 5 free yards. And 3rd and 3 is a lot better than a 3rd and 8 type situation.
They got us just inside the 5. We got to get to the 1 for the first down. They're going to call it 3rd and 4 on the scoreboard. Walker to the right of McDougal. Warren in motion. Direct snap to Walker. Right up the right side. Touchdown, Georgetown. Jet Walker takes the direct snap. It takes it 5 yards into the end zone for the Georgetown touchdown.
Beautiful play by Jet Walker. Great run as he crosses that goal line. Just a phenomenal job of waiting for those blocks to happen, letting that play open up, and then getting into the end zone for the first score of the night.
Back to the swing and gate formation for the Eagles.
Snap back, Jet Walker, right side, gets outside one of the defenders into the corner of the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. 7:33 remaining here in the first quarter, and Georgetown opens up the scoring with this 8-0 lead here over Leander. Back to Birkelbach Field in a moment. Georgetown football will continue.
Instant replays are brought to you by J. Byron Custom Homes. J. Byron Custom Homes is an established home builder that is expanding into more areas of Central Texas, including Georgetown, Cedar Park, Leander, Marble Falls, and more. Whether it's a new custom home or a remodel of an existing home, J. Byron can meet and exceed your expectations. With over 50 years of building experience, J. Byron Homes will work hard to see that you have the house you want to call home. J. Byron Custom Homes, exceptional craftsmanship with a personal touch. For more information, visit our website at jbyronhomes.com.
First drive of the game, 10 plays, 75 yards, took 4 minutes, 27 seconds off the clock, and the touchdown. And what I love to see out of this offense is to the coaching staff to instill the confidence to elect to receive the ball, and then they're rewarded for it by getting that initial drive touchdown. We've seen a lot of this from Georgetown the past couple years, winning the opening kick and receiving the ball to let their offense go to work early and put the other team in an immediate hole, now down 8-0.
Malachi Miller gets it. What a play. Malachi Miller jumps on the loose ball that came off of number 35 for the Lions, Griffin Sisk. And Georgetown's going to get the ball at their own 45, 46-yard line. What a play.
Beautiful job here of pouncing on that football. Blockers knocking people off of it, so that ball rolled around for a little while. But what a great, great job of getting on that football.
Look at the dive by Malachi Miller here, Kelly. He lays out for it, extends the body, and gets the ball. What an athletic play. That's one of those plays that's just GT DNA coming out, and that's a game changer. Malachi Miller, a great recovery of the onside kick. Georgetown offense right back at it. They have two receivers left, two right. Walker in the backfield to the right of McDougal, near side hash mark. Terosian moves to the left side. Snap back to McDougal. Hand it to Walker left side. Finds a hole. Dances. Makes the man miss. Breaks a tackle. And now gets into a pile. And they'll push him forward. They're going to mark him into Leander territory at the 49-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5. Bring up 2nd and 5 for the Eagles.
He just runs so hard. And, you know, part of that determination has to be how little he got to play in those first 3 games. A little more in that third game. But those first 2 games, you know he had to be frustrated that he wasn't being able to play. But competitors want to compete, and now he is on that field.
2 receivers right, 1 left, middle of the field. McDougal with Walker to his right side. 7 minutes remaining, the clock runs. Man in motion, Westfall in the end around, gets the handoff, gets a block on the outside the 45, up to almost the 40-yard line. We'll see where they mark him out. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 and up for a Georgetown borrow for borrow first down.
I thought he was going to cut that up at that first opening that he had where Jet went up and chipped the guy, and he had some room, but apparently he liked what was on the outside a little bit better. So
great job of blocking by the receivers. We talk about that all the time, Holden. These receivers don't hesitate to do work when they know the ball's not coming their way.
No, and that's why a crucial aspect of wide receiver blocking that's often forgotten.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Snap, handoff. Weston Stewart to the right side. Makes a man miss, gets outside the numbers, throws a shoulder.
That number 15 didn't like that at all.
Weston Stewart. Snaky and Western on that run, then drops the shoulder.
Question.
Answer.
You think they're feeling their post-toasties tonight so far?
So far, that draws a timeout from head coach Price of Leander with 6:36 remaining here in the first quarter. 8-0, Georgetown leads it. Back, Eagle football returns after this timeout.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoor enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. River and Ranch offers a large selection of outdoors and hunting supplies. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoors outfitter with high-quality services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what we have to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown or visit our website at rrpgtx.com.
Back here at Birkelbach. Kelly, take us back to that kickoff replay one more time and the athleticism of Malachi Miller to jump on that ball.
Wally, you saw it. It bounces off of the receiving team and then goes through the legs of a couple of players, but you see some brakes put on there and then just absolutely launching to grab that football, and just a tremendous play, which is the beginning of this drive.
Great job by the two blockers downfield. It was Cade Erickson and Gavin Smith who laid out the receiving player who dropped it. McDougal's going to scramble for his life, and there comes a holding penalty called on Caden Scherer. And then Caleb McDougal gets taken down hard.
You'd love to see him just throw that away instead of taking that big shot on the sideline.
He hustles right back to the line, but there's going to be a stop here. They're going to get a hold. Not many times you're going to see it, a hold on Caden Scherer.
Yeah, this one's on us.
Holding. Offense number 71. It's a 2-yard penalty from the previous spot. It will remain first down.
So it'll back Georgetown up, make it 1st and 20 now. After the holding penalty, back to the 41 of Leander. But yeah, on something like that, you'd love to see Caleb McDougal stay on his feet, get rid of the ball. But he hopped right back up, and he's right back out there for this offense. 6:25 remaining here in the first quarter. 3 receivers wide left, 1 receiver wide right. Xavier Ward, the lone receiver, right. Weston Stewart in the backfield to the left of McDougal on the near side hash mark. 1st and 20, snap back, handed to Stewart, right up the middle. Slithers through up to about the 37-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4, bring up 2nd and 16 for Georgetown.
I really like seeing all 3 of these running backs that Georgetown uses. They run so low and keep their pads down. Even if they are hit in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage, they're still able to move forward a little bit. Don't often get tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Not saying it never happens, but that low running style and that forward momentum really helps prevent some of those tackles for loss.
Jet Walker back to the right of McDougal. 2 receivers left. Pass out to left flat. Warren gets a couple of blockers, makes a man miss, takes tacklers with him, and it's going to be a big gain all the way into the Graham & Sons red zone for a big borrow for Morrow first down to the 18-yard line.
Beautiful run.
Nifty running there by Xavier Warren.
Xavier loves having that ball in his hands, and he'll juke around you, and he's got some speed, but we also see some strength there as well, and that's just fun to watch.
Now with a 1st and 10 at the 18 of Leander. 1 receiver left, 1 right, snap back, look right, gonna hang it up to the corner, near side, Xavier Warren, and he's pushed. No flag comes out there. Thought it would have been pass interference, but good defense by trying to see for the defense. Good play there to keep Xavier Warren towards the outside, use the boundary as his extra defender, and an incompletion brings up 2nd and 10.
Nice job of Georgetown so far being able to overcome that holding penalty. We've seen several times this season where a holding call just crushes a drive, but they were able to get that first down and keep this momentum going and get in the Graham & Sons red zone.
5 minutes remaining with the clock stopped here in the first quarter. 8-0 lead for Georgetown. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Walker to the right of McDougal. 3 seconds left on the play clock. Snap back. Walker gets it left side, hits immediately, but breaks the tackle. Runs over a man, spins out of a tackle, all the way inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line, and that's going to be enough for another borrow for Morrow first down.
Really nice run there by Jet, and again, we see the strength as he gets to that edge. One guy thought he had him in the backfield, but that did not happen, so he drives up and now pushes down. 1st and goal for the Eagles.
He got up to number 50, Lexon Cordova from Leander. Apparently there might have been a little extracurricular on the ground.
1st and goal for the Eagles from the 8-yard line. The clock runs with 4:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Walker to the right side of McDougal. Tight formation on the far side hash mark. Snap. Pitch it to Warren around the end. Breaks the tackle in the backfield. Has a block for Warren. Touchdown, Georgetown. Jet Walker gets out there and lays the block for Xavier Warren. And the Eagles lead it 14-0.
Beautiful run. Beautiful. I love the play call, too. Just absolutely love it. You're seeing a lot of creativity out there, and you're getting the ball into the hands of your playmakers, and X does what he's got to do and gets into the end zone. Beautiful play.
4:29 remaining here in the first quarter as the Eagles prepare for the Oak Ridge Disciple House 2-point attempt. Walker in the backfield, Guyton to his right, snap to Walker, right up the middle and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 4:29 remaining here in the first quarter. Georgetown leads it 16-0 over the Leander Lions. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
JMTs provides customized apparel and promotional items to small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. Our services include screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Our game-changing direct-to-film printing allows JMTs to print full-color graphics on your garments. JMTs has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit the website at jmts.com or call us at 512-388-5555.
Back live, Birkelbach, backfield, Holden, the Eagle drive summary.
2 for 2, 8 plays, 54 yards, took 3:04 off the clock, and another little pop pass. Caleb McDougal's probably his favorite play because it's an easy way to get a passing touchdown, a receiving touchdown there for Xavier Warren. And like you mentioned, Kelly, Georgetown's doing a great job of just getting their stars the football, giving them touches, and letting them go to work, and another touchdown for the Eagles.
Syntex shirt and embroidery kickoff, another onside kick. The Eagles will let it hop, but it's going to go out of bounds before it crosses 10 yards. Liam Capra upset with himself. But I tell you what, back home at Birkelbach Field, back home inside the friendly confines of the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth that's brought to us by JMTs. You couldn't have written the script any better, boys. 16-0 in the first quarter.
But you got to keep your foot on the gas pedal.
I think about what happened last year. I don't think Coach Griffin understands not pedal to the metal tonight. The kick out of bounds.
I wasn't bringing it up.
Kick out of bounds. So the Leander Lions will take over and start this possession inside the Georgetown territory at the 44-yard line. And the quarterback, Mason Montgomery, has two receivers right, one left. Snap back, hands it off. Bottled up right at the 45. Espinoza. What a big hit. He turned right when I looked for his number. Espinoza bottled up the ball carrier, took him down. They're going to give him the 44, no gain. But he hit him right at the 45. What a play by Jesse Espinoza.
And that's what you see. You know, this offensive start for the Eagles is getting this defense fired up as well.
Two receivers right, two left. Montgomery in the backfield, near side hash mark with a running back off to his left side. Snap back to Montgomery, hands it off to the right side. Hit and dropped at the 40. Cole Mitchell alongside Gavin Smith on the tackle of the running back, number 21, Kamarian Gordon, the senior running back, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Lions at the Georgetown 39.
Good job there by the Lions giving their running back something. I thought the edge was going to have that play taken care of, but he was able to squeak forward. Now 3rd and medium instead of 3rd and long.
Middle of the field at the 39 of Georgetown on 3rd and 5. Montgomery changes the play at the line. 3:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Montgomery will get the snap. Looking to pass down the near sideline, hangs it up. Two receivers in the area, and it falls incomplete. Number 2, Dominic Jaramillo, the senior wide receiver, had a shot at it, but can't come up with the catch, and it'll bring up 4th and 5 from the Georgetown 39. A big point here for Coach Price. Do you go for it? Do you punt it and try to pin them deep? What do you do here, down 16 early?
One of those two receivers was not in the right position because you never draw up a play to have two guys occupying the same space of turf at the same time. And had it gone to the deepest receiver, that would have been a touchdown for Leander.
Leander going to go for it here on 4th and 5 from the Georgetown 39. They've got to get to the 34-yard line. The change of the call with 4 seconds left on the play clock. Is he going to get it off? He does. Hands it off. Coming left side and gets outside the 35. And now feet taken out from under him. A good tackle there by number 29 for Georgetown, Easton Smith. But not before the Lions pick up a first down at the 30-yard line of Georgetown.
Wise move by the running back, turning that outside because he had nothing up the middle but gets the first down.
Quick handoff to Gordon, and he's hit and dropped in the backfield.
That was a bobble on
Jesse
the handoff.
Espinoza again. Go again, Dave. Sorry.
Yeah, that was a bobble on the handoff, the connection between the quarterback and the running back, and he didn't have it secured, and he kind of didn't step right.
Bobble.
Babbled. Jesse Espinoza in the backfield as soon as Gordon got a good hold of it, and he got dropped for a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 for the Georgetown 33-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Running back Gordon moves to the right side of Montgomery. Snap back, fake handoff, pass out the right, in the back behind the numbers, and can't break the tackle. What a play there. Good coverage there by number 13 for Georgetown, Malachi Miller. That wasn't Malachi Miller, that was number 13? It was number 19. I apologize. Number 19, Johnny Decker. He read that well, made a tackle, a gain of 4, brings up 3rd and 9 now at the Georgetown 29-yard line.
Wally, against Conference Cove, we saw some plays like that. Tackles missed out on the edge, which gave some extra yardage to the Bulldogs, but a good job out there of stopping that before it could get going.
Great tackle by Johnny Decker to make a big 3rd and 9 now for the Lions. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Now man in motion to the right side. Fake the handoff. Looking to pass across the middle and into the official, and incomplete. Good coverage there by Decker again as the receiver, number 2. Dominic Jaramillo drops it, and another big 4th down for the Lions, 4th and 9.
Good, solid coverage by the referee back there. Did a great job of breaking up that.
Sometimes we don't give him enough credit.
Yeah, sometimes.
4th and 9. The Lions going to go for it again here on 4th and 9 from Georgetown's 29-yard line. Far side hash mark. Snap back to Montgomery. There comes a flag, a free one across the middle. It's incomplete. There comes another penalty flag on pass interference. They're going to call there. That's Braylon Westfall on the defensive side of the ball. Playing both ways for Georgetown. So they're going to have an offsides on the defense. And then they're going to have a pass interference.
I think they'll take the pass interference.
And that's a backbreaker defensively for Georgetown, because you get him in 4th and 9, and you kind of just bail him out of that situation with that PI call. It's a tough spot because, again, Braylon Westfall is a receiver. He does not traditionally play cornerback, but right there called for the penalty. Leander's got a new life on this drive.
And Westfall and Malachi Miller just ran off the field.
Now Westfall's going to turn that towards the officials the next time he gets tugged on a route. Hey, you called it on me. Now call it against them. 1st and 10 inside the red zone at the 18-yard line for the Lions.
Whose red zone would that be? The Graham and Sons Landing Cattle red zone.
1 receiver left, 2 right. Gordon to the right of Montgomery. Far side hash mark on 1st and 10. Snap back. Montgomery's going to run with it. He tries to get outside the numbers. Should have been a block in the back. Gavin Smith was in full chase mode and got pushed from behind. But they're going to tackle Montgomery for a gain of about 4. Up to the 14-yard line and bring up 2nd and 6 now. 1:15 left here in the first quarter. The clock continues to run.
Not a bad no call there. I think along that line of scrimmage, they're going to let them play.
2nd and 6. The clock now ticks inside 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. Montgomery has 2 receivers left, 2 right. Gordon to his left side now on the far side hash mark. Snap back, fakes the handoff, pass out, left quick. Jaramillo caught, but knocked down and tackled at the 20-yard line. A nice tackle there by Decker and Cole Mitchell. They'll give him the 19-yard line, and that'll bring up a short 3rd and 1 now for the Lions.
And the Lions have figured out this short passes, basically that extension of the running game is where they're going to do some good things, which opens up that run game in the middle, and they've done a nice job on this, with Georgetown bailing them out with a couple of penalties as well, like they did for us on that last drive.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Snap back to Montgomery. He's going to run with it to the left, and he's going to be hit and dropped right about the 19. What a read there by Gavin Smith. They're going to give him no gain. It's not going to be enough for a 1st down. It's going to be a 4th and inches now. Nice tackle.
Very, very nice tackle. Good, sure tackle. Comes in, gets him at the waist, spins him to the ground, and that's exactly what you want to do out there to stop that, because if he breaks that tackle, he's dancing in the end zone.
And that brings us to the end of the Nathaniel Funk Edward Jones first quarter here at Birkelbach Field. 16-0 Georgetown leads it over Leander. We return for second quarter action after these messages.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles Football.
Put in pockets fail, profits can't watch it. Tell Carver, pencil pusher, stay talking. Can you tell me the first person to weigh options? Do I need to be vocal or do I stay solid? Trying to keep it alive if I'ma stay honest. Feeding off of the spit and not debate topics. If I said it a minute, my time tick-tocking. Better look at the clock, I know your time coming wild. Killing me now, run me around, into my vicinity. You looking like a brother, wanna get a look in the style.
Back out of the quarter break, we go to quarter number 2. It's brought to you by Mesquite Creek Outfitters. Dave, we were talking in the break. You were saying something about the tackling.
Yeah, much improved tackling. I like what I'm seeing. They're wrapping up.
And Holden, you were talking about the pursuit. You love it, especially on these quarterback runs by Montgomery.
Yes, because it's tricky because with a QB run, you traditionally have one extra blocker because now your running back, a little bit of a bigger build, can go take another defender, and it makes pursuit all the more important because you're not going to have as many defenders at that football who are not going to be blocked.
Montgomery under center for 3rd and goal, or 4th and inches. He's going to plow forward, and he'll get to the inside the 8 down to about the 7-yard line. And that'll give the Lions a 1st and goal now. See where they spot him. It looks at about the 7-yard line, Kelly. And so it'll be a 1st and goal for the Leander Lions.
Yeah, and on this drive, we've done for Leander what Leander did for Georgetown on that last drive. Kept those drives going with some penalties. And it's cost both these teams now. Now the challenge for Georgetown, see if they can stop this drive here, maybe hold them to a field goal, but I'm not sure they would try a field goal.
One receiver right, one left. Now 2 receivers right. Out of the huddle. Gordon to the left of Montgomery. Far side hash mark. Hand it to Gordon. Nope, pass. Montgomery scrambles, floats one in the end zone. Picked up! No, he didn't get it. Number 20. Reagan Bollinger almost had the interception there. And that'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Real good hands with Bollinger there. Got in there. The timing was great to not draw a flag.
So a 2nd and goal from the 7. Montgomery from the far side hash mark. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Clap of the hands, ball back. Hand it to Gordon, right up the middle, and he's bottled up immediately. And Cole Mitchell shot through the gap there, boys. And what a tackle by Cole Mitchell, joined by Tennyson Dean. Big no number 98, Adrian Provo, in there as well. And that tackle to stop Gordon on 3rd and goal now from the 7.
And Cole Mitchell's such a stud around the line of scrimmage. He flies around on these run plays. You love to see him making the contact behind the line, stuffing the run for no gain.
Georgetown's going to have to stop them twice. I do not think they will try a field goal if they don't get in here.
3rd and goal from the 7. Far side hash mark. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Gordon to the right of Montgomery. Snap back, Montgomery hands it to Gordon. Left side, follows blockers, and then gets leveled at the 4-yard line. And who is it? Cole Mitchell.
Cole just flying in, watching the football, really doing what he has to do with his assignment. Nice defensive play there. Very nice.
Kelly, I think that run call is because they're going to try to go for it. Actually, they are switching out here for potentially a field goal.
Yeah.
So now watch the fake here, though.
Yeah, for sure.
You have 4th and goal from your own 4-yard line. Watch anything here. The holder will be number 27, though, for the Lions. That is Evan Linden, the junior defensive back. Rene Rodriguez, the junior kicker, on to attempt the field goal.
Play clock was running down to 2.
So Leander will burn their 2nd time out of the half with 10 minutes and 7 seconds remaining. And we come back, they'll try it's about a 23-yard field goal to try to get onto the board, with Georgetown leading it 16-0. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles Football.
Coach Price of Leander. 4th and goal from just inside the 5-yard line.
I get to retain my Nostradamus card.
5. I'm lost. There's the 5th lineman. I was waiting for him. He stopped. He went back. He came in. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Now 1 in motion to the right side. He'll stop in the slot. Now back in motion again. Fake handoff. Nope. Montgomery has it. He's scrambling for his life. Pressure's on. Montgomery's running, and he's wide open into the end zone. Over pursuit, and he pays. Makes the defense pay. It's a touchdown for the Lions.
Yeah, and that was a great job by him. He also had a receiver out there by himself wide open, so that was going to be a touchdown once we saw that defense over pursue.
And that was what we talked about. I was saying earlier, we've got to be able to contain and not let Montgomery use those legs as a weapon. And now the extra point attempt, they're going to go for 2. Late shift in the and it's going to be a run and slammed to the ground. No good. A.J. Stevenson busts through the line and takes down the ball carrier, Evan Linden, the defensive back, who is normally the holder. He got nowhere on that. The 2-point conversion no good, and Georgetown leads by 10. 16-6, quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle Football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Back live, Birkelbach field. The Leander Lions score and make it 16-6 with 9:57 remaining in the first half. Holding their scoring drive.
They just went 15 plays to get 33 yards, Leander did. That Georgetown defense really made them earn every blade of grass, and on credit to Leander for making plays when they needed to. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions on that drive, but that Georgetown defense is locked and loaded early in this ball game.
Because you can say this was circled on both calendars.
Yeah, you could tell Leander has a passion. And like I talked earlier with Kelly, we were talking, everybody plays up to play Georgetown.
Right.
And Leander is doing that again this year.
Well, and years ago, this used to be a huge rivalry.
Kickoff by Rene Rodriguez will be fielded at the 1-yard line by Xavier Warren to the 10, 15, breaks a tackle, cuts here to the near side, breaks another tackle, now circles back, and he'll be taken down back about the 16. A flag comes in.
What an arm by that back judge.
Dude, he heaved that one. That was straight Tom Brady-ish. So we'll see what the flag is here. If it's on Georgetown, it's going to back them up inside their own 10-yard line. So a hold was called on Georgetown. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for Georgetown. They'll be back inside their own 10-yard line. Well, they'll start this possession with a 10-point lead. 9:47 left in the first half, and they'll be spotted at their own 7-yard line. So a big drive here for Georgetown, if nothing else, just to get outside of the shadow of your own goalpost and try to flip the field, if nothing else.
Well, I think now you're seeing some of this inexperience because with the success Georgetown had on their first 2 drives, now they're getting a little bit sloppy on both sides of the football, and they got to get that tightened up.
Bunch formation. Now Warren, the lone receiver, right. Caleb McDougal under center. Walker in the backfield. Snap to Caleb, turn, hand it to Walker. Left side, up the middle, follows his blockers, up past the 10. They're going to spot him at the 11-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 and bring up 2nd and 6 for the Eagles.
You would imagine I don't know. I'm not even going to say.
No. Put your card at risk.
Well, I'm anticipating another run and then maybe take a shot.
Or do you take the shot here on 2nd down?
And that's why I said I didn't know, because that popped into my little tiny pea brain and threw everything off.
It's a good thing you're not calling the plays.
We would be confused and taking timeout number 2.
Folks, we hate to inform you that Holden Toom has been fired.
McDougal under center, turns, hands it to Walker, left side, dances, follows the blocker, gets forward, up past the 15-yard line, all the way up. It's going to be close on the far side. They're going to give it enough for a borrow for Morrow. First down, 2 back-to-back tough runs by Jet Walker.
Very tough run there, and I thought they had him bottled up right about the time he got to the line of scrimmage, but he was able to keep going, driving those legs, moving forward, picking up the first down. Really nice run by Jet.
And there comes in a lineman behind him to push him forward. Gus Papa Constantino in there as well with a good block and then helping push forward. Now in shotgun formation, far side hash mark, 3 receivers left, none right. McDougal a clap of the hands, hand it to Walker, right up the middle, follows the blocker, breaks a man, now out free. The race is on, Jet Walker, and he's going to be shoestring tackled into Leander territory. What a play there. You got to give credit where it's due. Number 7, Tyler Moorman, ran him down, had a good angle, but not before a borrow for Morrow, first down.
And you'd think the book is out on Jet Walker, but that middle was wide open.
And that speed is so hard to judge. Walker gets a handoff, comes to the near side. Gets a leg clipped out from under him. He's taken down inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 4, bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, when you're backed up in your own end zone and you want to flip the field, you give it to Jet. The weight he put on in the offseason is really showing tonight, and last week or 2 weeks ago, he just pushes kids out of the way.
Stewart back in the backfield with Caleb McDougal now. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Near side hash mark, 7:45 remaining. On 2nd and 6. Snap back, Stewart gets a handoff, left side, makes a man miss, up through the hole, past the 40, and rolls off of a hit all the way up to about the 36-yard line. What a run by Weston Stewart, a big borrow for Morrow, first down.
Another example of these young running backs filling in nicely for Walker.
Quickly back to the line, 1st and 10. 2 receivers right, 1 left, snap back, Stewart, handoff, left side. There, that's Walker back in again. Is that Walker or Stewart in there? That was Stewart again. He got the handoff. He'll get forward inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. A gain of 2, brings up 2nd and 8.
And I just have to imagine this is setting up a play-action shot. So many run plays in a row. Leander starting to fire right up to the line of scrimmage at the snap. I have to imagine Georgetown setting up a shot opportunity here very soon.
And this is wearing down the Leander defense. There's already 1 lineman down on 1 knee.
Exactly.
So that's what you want, is wear them out with our run game.
Now on 2nd and 8, 1 receiver right, none left. 3 men in the backfield, empty out, Guyton to the right side. Snap back, swing pass, Warren, and it's a backwards pass. He's got to get it. Does, 45-yard line, and he'll run out of bounds at about the 41. A big loss on that one. They're going to make him all the way back to the 42-yard line. And that's going to be a loss of almost 8 yards.
I could be wrong, but I think Xavier may have been about to try a pass.
I think you're right.
With
nothing developed well after that one.
He got ahead of himself, huh?
Yeah, then he went to the basketball court and scooped up the ball that was bouncing around and traveled.
3rd and 16 from the 42-yard line of Leander. A big 3rd down here for Georgetown. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Far side hash mark. Offsides on the defense. There comes the flag. And now McDougal's going to hang it up for Madre. Cuts inside his receiver, but drops it. Tyree Smith there on the coverage.
You know, Madre didn't have position, but he put his hand up. He said, just give it to me. I can get this guy. And he almost had it, but it seemed like a little bit of defensive pass interference there.
And now that'll bring up a 3rd and 11. So they're going to be a offsides on the defense. And credit to the near side line judge. That's a shoulder and a half.
Yeah.
He just chunked that one about 20 yards high in the sky on the offsides. And that's a big help on incompletion there, but a great play by McDougal. You had a free shot, you hang it up. Just couldn't connect with Madre right about the 5-yard line. So the Eagles have a big 3rd and 11 now from the 37-yard line.
You want half back here at minimum to make a 4th down attempt a lot easier.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Now Westfall in motion to the right. Now back to the left. Snap back. McDougal rolls left. Looking left. Out in the flat. Westfall. Catch made. Right out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That wasn't Westfall. That was Bratton on the catch. Beautiful catch there by Braden Bratton, the sophomore. and it's enough for a borrow from Morrow first down. Scratch halfway. Let's go for the first, Holden.
What a dime as well, right on the sideline, inches away from the nearest defender, and again, a great job just securing the ball on the sideline, feet in bounds. First down for your Eagles.
Jet Walker back in the backfield to the left of McDougal. 3 receivers right, 1 left. A clap of the hands, and now they'll look to the near side. 6:34 remaining here in the first half. Georgetown driving. They started the drive on their own 7-yard line.
Leander's showing 0 here, so that's all pressure, one-on-one. Now they back out of it with 2 high safeties.
Snap back, fake the handoff, pass in the flat. Nice catch made. That may have been Braylon Westfall.
That was Bratton again.
Bratton, golly. It's hard to see on his number. Him and Westfall have a lot of similarities physique-wise. But Braden Bratton, the 5'7", 165-pound sophomore, 2 big catches. And now 2nd and 3 for the Georgetown Eagles inside the Graham & Sons red zone.
Really nice play there. And Caleb was looking at him the whole way, but that ball came out so quickly, defense couldn't react to Caleb locked in on him visually.
1 receiver left, 1 right. Walker in the backfield to the left of McDougal. Now to the right, turn, handed off. Walker makes a man miss in the backfield. Bounces off a tackle and then taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Eagles from the 18-yard line of Leander.
The Lions have to be excited that they can stop him for no gain, but 3 different guys got hands on him, and it is just so difficult to bring him to the ground that first time one-on-one.
So the Eagles get ready for a big play here. 3rd and 3 from the 18-yard line. 5:29 remaining as the clock continues to run here in the second quarter.
The way this game has gone, I think this is 2 attempts to get 3 yards.
McDougal claps the hands, now looks back to the near sideline. And the Eagles are going to take their second timeout of the half. 5:09 remaining here in the first half. Georgetown leads at 16-6. Timeout by Georgetown. We'll take it with them. Eagle football continues in a moment.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquiteCreekOutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles football.
Double barrel with the word, ayy. If y'all ain't with it, y'all ain't hear me in the first place. Independent, they gon' sign you in the worst way. And I know you only out there with a church stay. TS collected, we gon' get it at the birthplace. Got call, had to answer with the worst.
Back live here at Birkelbach. Brought back by some royalty. That's Ty Griffin, Chuck Griffin.
I got my dance moves going. It's pathetic. I am not a dancer.
Inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. What an athletic play by Chet Walker just to get the snap.
And that was the same play they ran for his touchdown earlier in the game. It's the quick motion with Xavier Warren to cross and then the direct snap to Walker. And that's the benefit of getting that direct snap because you take it and you've got all momentum going right up the field. And we already know how difficult Jet Walker is to take to the ground, and a big first down for the Eagles.
First down at the 14 of Leander. Bunch formation again. 1 receiver to the left. That's Mandray. Multiple men in the backfield. Snap to McDougal. Turn. Make the handoff. Roll out. Flat. Wide open. Xavier Warren at the 10. Makes a man miss. Inside the 5. And he'll be wrestled out of bounds inside the 5 and about the 4-yard line at the 3. A big play there by Xavier Warren. It's first and goal for the Georgetown Eagles.
Did he just stiff arm a defensive lineman?
He did.
That, oh my gosh. I mean, you think of Xavier Warren as a speed guy, but right there showing the stiff arm, the strength,
and that was
telling a big boy to get off him.
That was 99 who got the 2 penalties earlier as well.
Not every day you carry a buffet killer out of bounds. kind of cool that they're in the Graham and Sons red zone with Austin Graham checking in the chat. Appreciate him and his support of our broadcast, and Son sitting back here behind us.
We really appreciate Austin. Holden, we tolerate.
Well, we appreciate Austin when he brings us food. And when he doesn't. Oh, my goodness.
Second and goal from the 3. Receiver right, now Warren. Handed off Walker right up the middle. Touchdown, Georgetown. Good luck one-on-one tackle there for Evan Perkins, a senior linebacker. That didn't go well as Walker runs through it for the Georgetown touchdown. 2-6, Georgetown leads it. As we get ready for the Oak Ridge Disciple House 2-point attempt.
He just puts that shoulder down, and he's so strong. I don't.
See that coming at you, and you're like, this isn't going to go well. Snap back, Walker, right forward. 2-point conversion. He follows the Buffet Killers into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. And with 3:41 remaining here in the first half, Georgetown leads it 24-6 over the Leander Lions. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Syntex Shirt and Embroidery offers a variety of unique custom clothing and gifts, as well as personalized embroidery for schools, fundraisers, businesses, and more. Whether you need 1 shirt or 100, there are no minimum order amounts on any custom pieces. Stop by our shop at 1911 North Austin Avenue, Suite 103, and check out our in-stock spirit apparel. Visit our website at www.syntexshirt.com. Syntex Shirt and Embroidery is the official outfitter of First Responder Broadcasting.
We welcome you back to the GISD Athletic Complex. Birkelbach Field, where the Georgetown Eagles lead the Leander Lions 24-6. Kicking off after the touchdown now. Kick goes deep and is fielded and returned right up the middle of the field and immediately hit at about the 16-yard line. I couldn't see who that was.
Number 34.
Say that again.
Number 34, Gavin Smith.
Gavin Smith. Just flying down the field, making a play. So Leander now has to try to drive down, put some points on the board because Georgetown, if you remember, took the ball to start. And if Leander can drive down, they will get the ball to begin the second half. It'll be very interesting to see what they pull out. They have one timeout left to work with. 3:36 on the clock for the Leander Lions as they take center stage on offense.
And they might need all that clock because, again, if you remember last time they had the ball, they had 15 plays to go 33 yards. So they really struggled to create the explosive pop pass. They might really need all the clock they can get on this drive.
Snap back. Looking over to his left for a receiver deep. He is open, but he got that left arm grabbed a little bit, and the referee either didn't see it or didn't think it was enough to throw a flag on, but he just held him up just enough to make that incomplete, but 3:28 left. 2nd and 10 for Leander.
And yeah, they were trying to get the explosive play right there to answer immediately a big touchdown throw and just overthrew him. Some little contact by the DB, obviously no call. They've let him play a little bit so far in this game. But again, Leander's still trying to find that chunk play, that deep shot down the field to really spark this offense that has struggled to move the ball down the field with ease.
A big second down now here for the Lions. From their own 18-yard line, 2nd and 10, 3:28 remaining. Handed off Gordon right up the middle, and he's met by the defensive line of the Eagles at the line of scrimmage. No gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Leander.
And now you run the risk of giving the ball right back to Georgetown. If they don't pick this up, there's still a lot of clock left for the Eagles.
So this Eagle defense, they've got defensive backs 20, 30 yards down the field just to keep anybody from getting past them, but now they're sucking up a little bit closer, try to stop this first down. If Leander is doing what I think they're going to do, they're going to take a couple of shots, try to get this first down, move up quickly, and try to keep this drive going.
Two receivers left, one right. Montgomery being pressured by Tennyson Dean, and he's got to be sacked. Ball's out. Tennyson's got it. Georgetown's ball at the 9-yard line. Tennyson Dean, the strip sack, and the recovery.
And the coaches are going nuts in the other room. What a play by Tennyson Dean, taking the ball away on the sack. First and goal for your Eagles.
They're going to have it now at the 8-yard line of Leander inside the Graham & Sons red zone with a first and goal.
And with the shifting and moving we were doing up here, I missed the replay.
The officials are talking about something. Let's see what he says.
Might be conferring if maybe that he was down. They call it on the field that it was a fumble.
Fourth down.
Oh, I wish we had a replay. I missed it.
So fourth down it'll be for the Lions, but this will definitely force a punt for the Lions. 2.5 minutes remaining. Their Eagles Lions, you got to think, are going to let this run down to the 2-minute timeout. Georgetown still has one timeout remaining. They'll use this one here and get the ball back just inside 2 minutes, because Leander's going to be able to run this clock down to 2 minutes. I don't think they'll snap it, hopefully. Well, I mean, for us, I hope they do, but they're not paying attention to it. There's 15 seconds on the down clock still. And they are going to they snapped it. Wow. A high punch short. Cade Erickson's going to let it bounce, and he's going to let it go, and it takes a Leander roll inside Georgetown territory.
And kill some more time off the clock.
It'll be down at about the 42-yard line, and with 1:48 remaining in the first half, it'll be the 2-minute timeout here at Birkelbach Field. We'll take a timeout with them. Eagle football continues in a moment.
First Downs are sponsored by Morrow from Morrow. Longtime supporter of our broadcast, Matt Morrow and his team are dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. They do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including a handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from experienced loan officers. Matt's loan officers understand local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. Georgetown will take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line with 1:47 remaining in the first half. With one timeout, two receivers right, one left. McDougal stands on the near side hash mark. Now a whistle here stops the.
I think there was an issue with the play clock.
So there we go. Now they'll start the down clock. 1:47 remaining. McDougal ready to go on the near side hash mark. Guyton to the left of McDougal in the backfield. Snap back. Fake the handoff. Pass out in the flat. Warren to the ground as Mormon dives on top of him. Incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 42.
He had just a few very large blockers out in front of him down the field if he was able to stay on his feet.
1:42 now remaining. McDougal on the near side hash mark. Two receivers right. One receiver left. Warren, the lone receiver left. Handed off. Guyton, left side. Cuts back up the middle. Up past midfield. Makes a bad miss. Off the races to the 40. Now cuts back inside the 35. And before he's thrown down at the 33-yard line. What a run by the sophomore Zach Guyton to borrow from Morrow. First down. Eagles quickly back to the line.
Man, I really love watching him run.
Two receivers split wide right, two left. Guyton now to the right side of McDougal. 1st and 10 from the 33 of Leander. Snap back. McDougal looking left. Looking down the middle. It's got a man open down the middle. What a catch! Regan Tarosian hauls it in. He lays out and goes Superman for the catch. Another Borrow for Morrow first down inside the Graham & Sons red zone.
Got that replay, Kelly?
Handed off, Guyton right side, cuts back inside the 10, runs over a man down inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 3 now for the Eagles. The clock runs, 1:03, and it continues to run here in the second quarter. Georgetown saving that timeout. Now slowing down the play calls here.
Yeah, definitely no need to rush it.
.30 seconds remaining as McDougal sends Westfall in motion. Handed off, Guyton left side. Guyton bottled up in the back, makes the man miss, but then finally Jersey pulled and thrown to the ground. So now Georgetown's almost going to have to take their timeout. They let a minute or about 40 seconds go, and now Eagles down to under 18 seconds remaining. So not sure. You go to that running play, you're forced to take your timeout there after you let 30 seconds go off the clock. So now a 3rd and 5 from the 6-yard line. So a costly loss of some yards there and a waste of time. And now Georgetown's going to have to make a play. You've got to now go to the outsides. You can't go to the middle because you can't stop the clock.
And it's really got to be a throw as well, because if you run the ball here and you do not get a first down, it's going to be 4th down. Clock's going to run, and then you either have to scramble to go for it on 4th or scramble the field goal unit on. So I expect a pass and a shot to the end zone right here.
Yeah, do you think there's just possibly one shot and then Leanne Capra runs on really quick and gives it an attempt?
You maybe, but I wouldn't risk it because, again, less than 20 seconds to go. It's going to start right as the ball snapped, and if we do not get a first down, it's going to run the entire time. That's asking a lot out of that special teams unit. I think the better play is just drop back, take a shot to the end zone. If it's incomplete, you don't have to rush the field goal unit on, and if you score a touchdown, then obviously no need to sweat it out.
At this point, I think you take your shot to the end zone. If it's no good, then you kick the field goal because you'd much rather have a 21-point lead at the half than just settle at 18 and have it taken 2 shots and not come up with any points. You always, coach's life is you want to win the middle 8.
Yeah, they are getting the kicking team ready just in case, guys.
2nd, 3rd, big 2nd down here with the time running out. There's a receiver in the end zone. Touchdown! What a beautiful catch in the end zone.
Slow to get up.
There. Braylon Westfall made a great catch.
I think when he hit the ground, he slammed his helmet down on the ground, kind of the momentum carrying, and he may have given himself a concussion. He just threw his helmet off. Coach Chad Hennessy down in the corner, but what a catch by Braylon Westfall. They're going to check on him, and we'll take a quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Insurance, financial, and HR services are more valuable when they consider your specific needs. That's why Higginbotham Insurance Brokers works hard to understand your priorities so we can get you covered on day one and provide year-round value. From risk management and claims advocacy to benefit plan design and administration, the specialists of Higginbotham are here to turn your uncertainties into possibilities. Contact Jay Hubenak at 737-245-1303 or visit the website at higginbotham.com.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field. Westfall gets up and walks off under his own power, but if it makes you wonder, Chad Hennessy still has his helmet. Now Galaviz will try the Oak Ridge Disciple House extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 13 seconds remain here in the first half, and Georgetown takes the lead 31-6 over the Leander Lions. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
At Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we bring community together in a casual environment to share the love of gear and apparel, great drinks, and friendship. Located at 704 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, Mesquite Creek Outfitters is the place to enjoy our drinks and light food menu, shop our unique men's and women's apparel, and visit with friends and family. Visit the website at mesquitecreekoutfitters.com or stop by and say hello. MCO is proud to sponsor First Responders Broadcasting presentation of Georgetown Eagles Football.
Back here live, Birkelbach Field inside the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth. Brought to you by JMT's Omar Tompkins. Give him a shout. Holden, scoring drive summary.
Last drive, 6 plays, 58 yards, a minute 34 off the clock, and an uber impressive drive, especially from Caleb McDougal. Some of those throws he made over the middle, that whole shot right behind the linebacker. Super impressive stuff. Georgetown's 4 for 4 for touchdowns.
Another squib kick. It's loose on the ground, and Leander will jump on it. At about the 40-yard line, 11 seconds remaining here in the first half. And Georgetown with a nice lead, 31-6 over the Leander Lions. Don't mind the scoreboard on the broadcast. The link has gone cold from the press box feed. 31-6, Georgetown leads it. 11 seconds remaining. I'm not sure why they're giving Leander so long on the change of possession there.
Well, they did start the play clock, so.
Leander will come out of the huddle from the side of the field. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Gordon to the right of Montgomery, near side hash mark. Snap back, no hand it. Nope, Gordon throws it out in the flat. Catch made about the 45 and then breaks a tackle and then gang tackled at the 46-yard line. And Coach Price will take his last time out with 2 seconds remaining here in the first half. We'll take it with him. Georgetown football returns in a moment. Stay with us.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle Football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Back at Birkelbach Field, the Leander Lions will line up for one last prayer. They got 3 receivers left, 1 right. 3 seconds remaining. They have it 2nd and 4 from their own 46-yard line. Snap back. Montgomery throws it across the middle. What a play! Quentin Rock tipped the pass up and almost intercepted it. And that's how the first half will come to an end. Georgetown leads it 31-6 over the Leander Lions. And we'll see if Dave can walk with Coach Chuck Griffin as we go to the half.
Coach, you've got to be pretty excited. Those 3 strands really came together, offense, defense, special teams. Your thoughts?
Absolutely. It's a great first half. Now you got to continue to do that through the second half.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Can't say it any better ourselves, and that's what we talked about, Kelly, and we'll take it to the half. You can't let up now against this Leander Lion team. You can't let up at anyone on this season. You've got to go full throttle in half number 2. We'll take the timeout, and we come back. It's halftime stats with Holden. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Football here on the SHN Sports Network, brought to you by First Responder Broadcasting. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
JMT's provides customized apparel and promotional items to small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. Our services include screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Our game-changing direct-to-film printing allows JMT's to print full-color graphics on your garments. JMT's has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit the website at jmts.com or call us at 512-388-5555.
First Downs are sponsored by Morrow from Morrow. Longtime supporter of our broadcast, Matt Morrow and his team are dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. They do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including a handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from experienced loan officers. Matt's loan officers understand local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148.
And we welcome you back to the GISD Athletic Complex where the Georgetown Eagles lead the Leander Lions 31-6 at the half. While the first half stats are getting compiled, we're going to let you listen to the Leander Lion Band for just a little bit. Stick with us. We will be back with Holden's halftime stats here in just a few minutes.
Congratulations to our teacher of the week, Mrs. Melina.
And a little bit of the Leander Marching Band there for you. Hope you enjoyed that, but we got to go over some first half stats. Holden, give us those first half stats.
Man, Georgetown probably could not have asked for a better first half right there. Just a quick run over of the box scores going both ways. Georgetown is 10 of 12 throwing the ball for 104 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns, 26 rush attempts, 155 on the ground, averaging 6 a pop, 2 touchdowns for Georgetown. But this Georgetown defense has come to play. Leander's 3 for 8 throwing the ball for 15 yards. They've ran the ball 12 times for 17 yards. That is 1.4 a run. They're averaging 1.6 yards a play. Georgetown's defense has completely nullified this Leander attack, and Leander only touched the ball 3 times. Georgetown has almost doubled Leander's time of possession. You can thank a big credit to that onside kick after the first touchdown to steal a possession from Leander and ultimately go up 2 scores because Georgetown scored the first drive after they received the ball, got the onside, and then scored again, got 2-point conversion to make it 16-0. Very early on, and again, stealing a possession from Leander like that'll boost the time of possession. It'll really tank all of Leander's numbers. But even when Leander has gotten on the field, they have not been terribly effective. Again, their touchdown drive came after another attempted onside kick where they started on Georgetown's side of the ball, and that was a 16-play drive to go 30-something yards. So they were barely getting 2 a pop, and they had to get bailed out of multiple 4th down spots by some Eagle penalties. So again, cannot sing the praises enough of this Georgetown defense. And then this Georgetown offense is 4 for 4 on their drives. They've scored a touchdown every time they've touched the ball. This team is playing lights out football every aspect of the game. Again, you could not have scripted a better start for your Georgetown Eagles.
And I think the stats confirm what we've been talking about. This is the best offensive performance that we have seen out of Georgetown in the first half of a football game this season, as well as this defense has played pretty stout. They give Leander 1 scoring drive and contributed to that a little bit with some penalties. But Leander has made some mistakes that have benefited Georgetown as well, and Georgetown's just been able to capitalize on just about everything that Leander has given them.
We talked before this game about whether this game was going to be circled on the calendar, because you remember last season that that district opener for Georgetown, they went to Leander and dropped that game, a big upset loss after they came in riding high out of non-conference. And so far in this first half, I think that's pretty fair to say. Georgetown has come out with a fury, with an energy we have not seen yet in this season. I think the bye week's a big credit to that as well, to really instill Jet Walker back into this offense and really level that up as well. But again, this Eagle team is playing lights-out football.
And that's one thing. This morning, I talked to one of the dads at the breakfast this morning. These players came in, and they were hot. They were ready to go. Their hair was on fire to get on the field tonight. Into film study this morning after breakfast, the fire, the intensity was there, and boy, have they fed that tonight. What a performance in half number 1. But the 3 strands this team, they are clicking on all cylinders. But what we've said all along and what Coach Griffin just reiterated, we've got to keep our foot on the gas and do the same thing in the second half.
I loved hearing that from Coach. I wasn't even thinking about it at the time that he said it, but as soon as he said it, I was like, that's exactly the message that he needs to go preach to his Eagles when he goes into the locker room. In the other locker room over there, Leander is trailing by 25, but they cannot get out of their regular game plan right now, and they don't have to. They have time if they can get a couple of stops from Georgetown like they weren't able to do in the first half, but if they make the right adjustments and can get a couple of stops, they can get right back in this ball game. That's why it is so important for Georgetown to keep their foot on the gas.
And I think a key for Leander is going to be that opening possession out of the kickoff. They have to make some noise in that drive. Otherwise, if they don't make any noise, put any points on the board, then that game plan may go out the window for the Lions. They may have to open it up and let Montgomery start airing this one out. And where does Georgetown make those adjustments to the passing defense and to make sure they don't allow that to beat them up and down the field?
So, from around the district, some scores to catch up on. Most of these games are at the half, with the exception of the Cedar Park game that was played last night. Last night, Cedar Park absolutely dominated the Killeen Chaparral Bobcats 57-14. The Eastview Patriots lead the Glen Grizzlies 14-7 at the half. Leander Rouse and Lake Belton are going at it. Really close game there, with Rouse leading 24-21 in that game. So those are some other scores from around the district that will have a huge bearing. And I think Coach talked about it at the coaching show. I think that's what he's talking about. The parity in this district this year has shown in the pre-district ball games. This is going to be a different looking district battle this year. I don't know that
there's going to be that heavy top, heavy bottom.
Right.
There's going to be that group in the middle and a bunch of teams in that role.
100%.
We'll take a break here. Our halftime stats with Holden were brought to you by Graham & Sons Cattle Company here on the Blair Hogue halftime show. We'll take a time out. We come back. Georgetown's band, the Georgettes will perform, and then Georgetown band has middle school night. We'll bring it to you here at the halftime. Georgetown football, it's 31-6 at the half. Georgetown leads it over Leander. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Holden's first half stats, the third quarter, and post-game wrap-up are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. Graham & Sons is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best tasting meat the first responder broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown Eagle Football. Insurance, financial, and HR services are more valuable when they consider your specific needs. That's why Higginbotham Insurance Brokers works hard to understand your priorities so we can get you covered on day one and provide year-round value. From risk management and claims advocacy to benefit plan design and administration, the specialists of Higginbotham are here to turn your uncertainties into possibilities. Contact Jay Hubenak at 737-245-1303 or visit the website at higginbotham.com.
And we welcome you back to our broadcast. This version of Georgetown Eagle Football presented by First Responder Broadcasting and all of our sponsors that you will see throughout the broadcast. We're going to let you watch the end of the Leander Band show, and then we will show you the Georgettes and the Eagle Marching Band. Stick with us. Enjoy the rest of half.
Leander, then we'd like to thank its sponsors, SMO Displays, Waste Closet, Avalon Law Firm, Geek Electrical Contractor, SOSN Woodward, Police Manual Therapy, Mopco Roofing, Spectrum Services, Great American Cookies and Marble Class, and DJ's Restaurant. Go live!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Georgetown Independent School District is proud to present the Georgetown Eagle Marching Band and Color Guard and the Georgette for a special edition of GISD Top Prize. The Georgetown Band would like to thank our generous sponsors, Baker ABL Rental, Double Days Pizza, Highwater Commercial Realty, Econ Branch Furniture, Piers Insurance, Reading and Building, Roshby's Georgetown, Smoky Rose Barbecue, Share Tea, Nibby Ice Cream, Wandering House Ranch, David and Carol Holmes, Indobrontic Associates of Central Texas, Roller Decor Georgetown, Low Yoga Georgetown, Gemstone Auto Paint and Supply, Starly Defense LLC, The Door Company, and Texas Honey Yam Co. Thank you, sponsors. The Georgettes would like to thank their platinum sponsors, Overhead, The Dog Ranch at Liberty Hill, Garage Living, Georgetown Family Orthodontics, Performing Arts Studio, and 7K Ranch. The Georgettes would also like to thank their amazing managers, Mackenzie Close, Olive Carney, and Adriana Fox. We love you so much. It is with the greatest of pleasure that I introduce you to the award-winning Sweethearts of Georgetown, the Georgettes. The Georgette officers are Lieutenant Katie Albin, Lieutenant Ashley Adler, Lieutenant J.J. Rosarelli, and First Lieutenant Brentley McLean, and in the center, your 2025-2026 Georgette Captain, Ella Lishka. The Georgette socials are Raymond Brown, Caitlin Hamilton, Zoe Parker, and head social, Tammy Vogler. Social butterfly is Amy Figuera. Officer's choice is Sarah Hildebrand. And the Georgette of the week is Caitlin Hamilton. And now, watch the Georgettes as they perform a streamer routine to the smash hit, Let's Start Moving.
Holden's first half stats, the third quarter, and post-game wrap-up are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. Graham & Sons is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best-tasting meat the first responder broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown Eagle Football.
Insurance, financial, and HR services are more valuable when they consider your specific needs. That's why Higginbotham Insurance Brokers works hard to understand your priorities so we can get you covered on day one and provide year-round value. From risk management and claims advocacy to benefit plan design and administration, the specialists of Higginbotham are here to turn your uncertainties into possibilities. Contact Jay Hubenak at 737-245-1303 or visit the website at higginbotham.com.
We're back here live, Birkelbach Field, and we are coming out of the inflatables. 30 seconds left on the halftime break. And as we come back to quarter number 3 of this district opener, Kelly, I think you just, if you could have written a script better, I don't know what it would have been.
This is exactly what Georgetown was hoping to do, and we talked about it in the pregame. We started to see this team come together and get their legs under them. They've shown that tonight. Now the challenge is going to be, we saw a couple of times last season where they had big leads at the half and lost a couple of them. I'm not even going to talk about the playoff loss.
Thank you.
Right now is the time to keep your foot on the gas if you're Georgetown and push this lead even more. You cannot let up because, as we talked about earlier in the halftime, Leander has the capabilities to get back into this ball game, and you do not want them to think they have a chance.
We thank Blair Hogue of Fairway Mortgage for bringing you our halftime show, to Graham & Sons Land and Cattle Company for bringing us the halftime stats with Holden. We go to the third quarter. It's brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. And tell you what, the mood and the emotion up here in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to us by JMT's, is second to none. Kelly, you got a shout out for us?
I do. I want to shout out my daughter's 4th grade class at Hickman Elementary in Garland, Texas. Miss Duvall's 4th graders.
Your daughter's married.
Yeah, but she's still going by Duvall for the kids.
I was like, Kelly,
next school year,
you have a son-in-law.
Next year, she'll switch it.
They kick off by the Eagles. We'll get back to that shout-out. Fielded by the Lions at the 10, up past the 15 to the 20, 25, following the blocker, up past the 30, 35, and Liam Capra, the kicker, is going to get his head in there and make the tackle, but Leander's going to have good field position to start their first possession of the second half at their own 40-yard line. Back to your shout-out.
Back to the shout-out. I love going up and seeing her kids. I go up and help with their field day in May every year, and she is just doing a phenomenal job with those kids, and they just love and adore her. So shout out to Miss Duvall's 4th grade class at Hickman Elementary, and to my daughter and my son-in-law, Samantha and Philip. Hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast.
The Lions start out 1st and 10 at their own 40. Middle of the field, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap back, hand it to Gordon. Coming to the right side. No, Montgomery kept it left side. Nice fake, keeps it and outside and gets up to the 48-yard line. A gain of 8. Are we going to see Montgomery utilizing the legs a little bit more here as they try to play catch-up?
Well, we saw in the first half they started taking advantage of some things that were really working for them and stuck with those, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that type of play call again.
Hand it to Gordon, right side. He's hit and dropped. Gavin Smith cuts through the line. The linebacker makes the initial contact. He's joined by Cole Mitchell on the hit, and it's a loss of 1. They're going to mark it back just a loss of 1, but what a play there. And now a big 3rd and 3 for the Lions here in their first possession of the second half.
Nice defensive play there, and this, again, being down by 25 points, I'm guessing this is probably going to be 4-down territory for the Lions.
Montgomery, they break the huddle. 11-10 remaining Here in the third quarter, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Now 1 in motion to the left. Snap back, fake the handoff. Montgomery looking long, pressured, hangs one up down the middle. Defense there, and what a play by number 20, Ballinger, as he gets in the face of the receiver and bats the ball away. It's incomplete. And now a tough decision on 4th and 3 for head coach Price here in Leander at their own 47-yard line.
Well, I think Coach Price had already made that determination that this was going to be, because they're only going to have a limited number of possessions in this half to try to close this gap some.
So the Lions will go for it. 1 wide receiver right, 1 left. Now out of the huddle, 3 wide receivers right. They keep 1 left, near side hash mark here with 10:55. Snap back, looking left, throws it out left, and a miscommunication turns it over on downs back to Georgetown as Montgomery threw it about the 45 of Georgetown on a quick out for a first down, and the receiver took off on a fly route. Georgetown gets the ball back. The defense holds to open up the second half.
And the first chapter in the second half goes to the Georgetown defense, exactly what you wanted to see. Georgetown being able to stop the Leander offense before they get too much momentum, and now they get the ball back in Leander's side of the field. Holden, I'm thinking we're going to see a shot down the field.
I think the same thing. It's a turnover, so you usually see an offense, they like to immediately test the defense in a quick change situation. Would not be shocked at all to see a play action and a deep shot down the field.
Bratton and Xavier Warren wide right, Madre wide left. Walker gets the handoff in the backfield, cuts up 45, and he'll drag a tackler forward up to about the 42-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 and bring up 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. 10:40 left here in the third quarter, and the clock continues to run.
And like I said, they were likely to hand the ball off to Jet Walker. Why not?
The card slowly slipping out of his hand. 3 receivers left. 1 right. Walker in the backfield to the left of McDougal. Snap back. Handed to Jet. Right up the middle. Follows the blockers, and he'll fall forward up to about the 36-yard line and up for a borrow from Morrow. First down.
Had somebody ask about Braylon Westfall. He seems to be okay. Came out, put his helmet on. Nobody keeping him from the field, so it looks like that young man is going to be just fine.
Good job there by Jet Walker, following the big lineman, Caden Scherer, for the first down. So the borrow for Morrow first down at the 36-yard line. Middle of the field, 1st and 10. 1 receiver right, 2 left. Walker to the left of McDougal in the shotgun. 10 minutes left as the ball gets snapped. Quick pass out in the right flat. Warren, Xavier Warren dropped to his knees, made the catch, and you can almost see it from here like, what was I doing?
Let us pray.
He made the catch, a gain of 6 up to the 31. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 5, a gain of 5. And now the Eagles quickly back to the line. Snap, fake the handoff to Walker. Pass across the middle. God, Madre juggling catch. Touchdown, Georgetown. I think Copeland Madre would have beat himself up, run into the locker room if he'd have dropped that. He bobbles it, gets it in, and gets it into the touchdown. And Georgetown now leads it 37-6 with 9:34 remaining. And an Oak Ridge Disciple House 2-point conversion or extra point about to be attempted. It's going to be an extra point attempt. McDougal will hold, and Galaviz will do the extra point kicking for the Eagles. What a play there. Wide open across the middle was Madre. McDougal to Madre for the touchdown. The extra point attempt is up, and the extra point attempt is good. 9:34 remaining here in the third quarter. Georgetown leads it 38-6 over the Leander Lions. Georgetown football continues in a moment.
For an old-fashioned dining experience, visit Goldberger Diner on the square in Georgetown. When you walk into this 50-style diner, you'll be greeted with a smile and treated like family. Enjoy breakfast served anytime, or come for lunch or dinner and enjoy a great burger, chicken fried steak, old-fashioned liver and onions, or any of the great tasting food on our menu. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown Georgetown. Goldberger Diner, serving great food to great people.
Back inside the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMT's here at Birkelbach Field. Holden, a Georgetown Eagle drive summary.
They made short work of it. 4 plays, 47 yards, took a minute 12 off the clock. A big touchdown throw by McDougal, 30 yards to Copeland Madre. And a big shout out, Jet Walker has now crossed the century mark running the ball. He's got 18 carries, 104, and the 2 scores on the ground.
Back-to-back 100-yard gains, right?
Yeah, exactly, yes.
You love to see it. Georgetown gets ready to kick it off, brought to you by Georgetown Shirt and Embroidery. And it'll be Liam Capra booting it deep down the right side, fielded about the 15-yard line. Coming right now, back left, cutting up the middle, inside the numbers, now outside the numbers, outside the 40, and the chase is on. And Georgetown, there's a block in the back, no flag thrown, and it's going to be, there's the flag. And the kickoff return for a touchdown will be negated by the block in the back. Coach Price out on the field, he's not happy. And I don't know how you can't be happy when Gavin Smith goes flying Superman style forward from being pushed from behind.
Celebrate good times, then come back.
So a big kickoff return there by number 2 for the Leander Lions. I believe it was Dominic Jaramillo, the senior wide receiver. But it may be all for naught.
See if we can see where this block in the back was.
There's no foul. The block in the back.
There was a block in there. There was 2 blocks in the back.
There's a third one, and but they'll wave it off. And Leander, their offense is having a hard time getting in the end zone, but the the special teams does the job there and returns it for the 85-yard touchdown return, kickoff return. And it's now 38-12. So it'll put this Georgetown offense right back on the field. Now at this point, though, you start wondering, does Chris Price go into the bag of tricks? You get the momentum here. Do you try the onside kick? Your defense isn't stopping the Georgetown offense. Do you dare give them a short field?
Well, they've got to go for 2 here to try to cut this to 24-point lead.
Hand it to Gordon. He's going to be stretched out wide. Hit, breaks off the tackle, and he's going to get into the end zone. But there comes a late flag.
That's got to be a hold. I saw a hold on the edge, but who knows?
Similar situation to when Georgetown had the ball down there, because if that is a hold, it was well away from the play. A totally unnecessary call if this does go against Leander.
But if it's anything like the last 2 penalties against Leander, it's going to be waved off and the flag picked up. So we'll see if they stick with the call here.
Result of the play is a good point after touchdown. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 99, of the defensive team for throwing a punt. Number 98 has been
Has he been disqualified?
98 or 99? So if it's number 98, that'll be Adrian Provo, the 6'6", 235-pound senior. And he will head to the locker room if it is, as he will be disqualified from the game. He may be able to stay on the sidelines. I can't remember now, but they have to take his helmet. And it is 98 Provo. He is upset on the Georgetown sideline. Talking to one of the coaches there. You see him here on the near side, Kelly. So not sure what happened, but an unsportsmanlike conduct, and now that should be penalized on the kickoff. So now you really watch for the onside kick.
And this is what we were talking about earlier. You cannot let Leander feel like they are still in his ball game, and that's exactly what this does. Reduces that score. Then you have a player for Georgetown ejected from the game for an unsportsmanlike, and now Leander has the momentum. Georgetown's going to have to do what they can to shut that down.
So the 2-point conversion is good. 38-14 is your score. Georgetown leads it by 24, but now the Lions are going to be kicking off from the Georgetown 45-yard line after the 15-yard penalty on the Eagles. And like you were saying, Kelly, though, more importantly, now you're down a defensive lineman. So you talk about the freshness of your defensive line. You're already down one with Tyler Leiniger not playing in the game. He's in civilian clothes on the side of on the sideline. And so now you're down another defensive lineman. How big does that impact this defense? Georgetown has to expect an onside kick here from the Lions. Back deep for the Eagles. Can't tell who's back there. Weston Stewart, number 27, it appears to be. Back at about the 12-yard line. Now they're going to back him up to about the 7-yard line. Rene Rodriguez will approach, and here comes the onside kick. And a high bounce, and it hits someone, but Georgetown recovers it and returns it past the 40. Oh, they're going to be marking him down right at the 45. So the kickoff goes for no yards. Oh, they're not going to let him advance.
Right, you can't advance it.
So it's stopped at the 41-yard line. So a good job by Georgetown's kickoff coverage. Cade Erickson on the recovery. So a good recovery there by Cade. And Georgetown has it 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line.
The coaches, I feel quite certain, pulled the players together and had a conversation. You have to maintain your composure. And with a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty and immediate ejection, and if you get 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, you're ejected from the game. But to get ejected on the first one, something the referee saw had to be somewhat egregious in their eyes. So you've got to pull your players together, make sure they keep their heads about them, and stay mentally focused in this ball game.
And now a meeting of the officials on the far side about the 43-yard line. Coach Griffin out past the 40, talking to some of the refereeing crew. See if we can get it from the crowd mic.
Couldn't hear him up here. Dave, could you hear him?
They gave him the 44 instead of the 41, so they did let him advance that.
I think what they gave him is the fact that the ball from the kicker hit a Lion defender first.
Right.
The ball is immediately dead there. He touched it before 10 yards, and that's where it's ruled for Georgetown because they did recover it. So it goes to where the spot of the touch was, I believe. And so,
well, they kicked from the 45. I think that touch actually happened around the 39, so maybe they gave him the.
McDougal got to take a shot down the field, hangs it up. And for once in a long time, someone out threw Xavier Warren. A little more air under that one, and Warren's in the end zone. And that incompletion will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles from their own 44-yard line.
Touchdown, that was his first varsity touchdown, and Coach Griffin told him, you know, you only get credit for catching the ball once.
You don't get 4 catches on that, Copeland. Nice try. But a great catch and a great touchdown there for Copeland. I love to see the fact he's being rewarded for the effort and all the work he put in this offseason. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Snap back. Hand it to Weston Stewart. Nope. Pass across the middle. Caught by Bratton. He's off to the races. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Georgetown. Braylon Bratton, the sophomore, holds it in and takes it to the house.
Well, that's how you let them know you can't get back in this ball game. You just score a touchdown on a single play. Beautiful, beautiful play there. Good throw, good catch, run after the catch. Pretty simple. Just don't let them catch up to you.
5'7", 165, a sophomore, and he hauls it in for the 56-yard touchdown reception from Caleb McDougal. The Oak Ridge Disciple House extra point attempt by Galaviz is up, and it is good. 9 minutes exactly remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Georgetown wastes no time answering with a touchdown of their own. 45-14, Georgetown leads it over Leander. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Holden's first half stats, the 3rd quarter, and post-game wrap-up are brought to you by Graham & Sons Land and Cattle. Graham & Sons is a cow-calf operation here in Central Texas, growing calves, cotton, corn, and wheat for commercial customers. Austin Graham and his team of crazy cowboys and cowgirls produce some of the best-tasting meat the first responder broadcasting team has ever eaten. Thank you, Graham & Sons, for your support of our broadcast of Georgetown Eagle football.
Back live in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMT's Holden. Another Eagle scoring drive summary.
2 plays, 56 yards, 22 seconds come off the clock, and the touchdown goes to Braden Bratton. I think you said 56 yards. The same play Copeland Madre scored on at the RPO. It's just a deep slant right over the middle, and the threat of this run game is sucking in the Leander Lion defense.
And a short pop-up kick, fielded on a fair catch by the Lions at their 37-yard line. And that's where the Lions will start their drive. 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Down by 31 to your Georgetown Eagles.
Now let's see if the conversations about maintaining your composure take hold for the defense. And they pin their ears back and go after. Because now Leander's going to have to throw the football. I know they'll try a few runs here and there, but at some point they're going to have to start trying to air this out. And if they do that, then Georgetown may be able to pin their ears back and just get after the quarterback.
Snap back. Gordon fumbles the ball. It's loose on the field. It's still loose, and Georgetown has it.
I don't think he ever got it on the QB exchange. Just lost control.
Johnny Decker, or Easton Smith, recovers it. Nice play there by Easton Smith.
Georgetown's ball, 1st and 10.
And this has quickly turned into a disaster for Leander in the second half.
Easton Smith came out with the ball. Hey, what do you want me to do with it? I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not spiking this one.
Well, and people were still fighting for a football that wasn't there. they didn't even know. He's headed for the sideline, and they're still wrestling for a football that they pretend is there, was not there.
1st and 10 for Georgetown at the Leander 36-yard line. Guyton in the backfield with McDougal. Warren, the lone receiver, left. One receiver wide right. Snap back to McDougal. Fake the handoff. He's going to take another shot. He'll hang it down the middle. The catch over the head of Copeland Madre. It's incomplete.
And look who just ran out of the back of the end zone all by himself.
Xavier Warren will make the run back here. Herman will come off at the tight end slot. Another receiver on is Braden Bratton. I'll get it right. I kept saying Braylon. Braden Bratton. 8:49 remaining here in the third quarter. Georgetown has it, 2nd and 10.
A couple of quick scores. Eastview has extended their lead over the Grizzlies, 21-7. They are in the third quarter. And Rouse still 24-21 over Lake Belton.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Now Bratton in motion left. Handed off Guyton right side, following a blocker. And then he's taken down from behind. Here comes in a late flag. Hennessy's going to have to come off as his helmet is off. But they're telling him to stay on. It was pulled off by a defender. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I'd say maybe not, because he immediately looked at the ref and he was like, hey, and that flag came out. So
and the coaches immediately put up the brakes.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Number 50 of the defense.
That's going to be a defensive 15-yard penalty. So that should allow your left guard. So that is, the coaches wanted him to stay on the field to make sure, and it was a penalty on number 50 for the Lions, Lexon Cordova, the junior defensive lineman, and a big first down for Georgetown. Now, after a big stop on a run play there, that would have put Georgetown at 3rd and 10. Now it's 1st and 10 from the Leander Lion 21-yard line. McDougal, empty backfield, 2 receivers stacked right, 3 receivers left. Far side hash mark, snap back to McDougal, looks left, looks right, looks left. The pass in the flat to Madre. Short to the left as McDougal picked up off the ground after the pressure. And now the back ref talking to one of the linemen for the Leander Lions, followed him all the way back to the line of scrimmage to talk to him. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Georgetown.
Wally, I was going to say something about this in the first half and got distracted by it. We have seen more misdirection. We've seen more pre-snap motion tonight from this Georgetown offense than we've seen in the previous 3 games combined. There's a lot that's confusing some of these defensive backs, especially with some of these routes getting run too.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Now the one in motion from the right. Stewart gets the handoff in the backfield, and he's hit and dropped. What a tackle there by Jackson Arnold.
And just like that Leander running back, between the quarterback and the running back, there was a little bobble as soon as he got it. It wasn't a clean handoff.
I'm going to need somebody else to say bobble again.
Bobble.
That's about the 5th time.
Bobble. Memories of the Rouse Georgetown 14-inning affair. As I sit here and look back at the booth, my son-in-law, Jordan Tompkins, was there the night they come watch a baseball game. It goes 14 innings, or 12 innings here in Georgetown. It was Jordan was there with us, and our daughter, it's because Jordan, it went 12 innings, and they bobbled it. Pass out in the flat to Xavier Warren. Tries to get outside. Hold down by number 3, Tyree Smith. Outside the 15-yard line at the 16. Let's see if they're going to take a field goal shot here with Galavies, and it looks like they are.
I feel like they've got confidence in that young man right now because he has had a field goal and a good extra point. So it feels like the special teams for the kicking game is getting better.
McDougal will be the holder, and he's going to spot it about the 23-yard line on the near side hash mark. A 33-yard field goal attempt with 7 minutes remaining. Snap is back. The kick is up, and what a leg by Galavis.
Wow, good
and
kick.
it's good. A 33-yard boot, and Georgetown extends their lead 48-14. 7:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Georgetown leads it over Leander. Georgetown football continues in a minute.
First Downs are sponsored by Morrow from Morrow. Longtime supporter of our broadcast, Matt Morrow and his team are dedicated to providing the best mortgage experience possible. They do that by offering easy-to-use mortgage tools, including a handy mobile app, competitive rates, and assistance from experienced loan officers. Matt's loan officers understand local markets, have access to a wide variety of loan programs, and are ready to guide you through the process. Your family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow, Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field inside the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth. Hold it. Another Georgetown scoring drive summary.
That last one was 6 plays, 6 plays, went 20 yards, and the first time Georgetown has not scored a touchdown when they've touched the ball, and they got a field goal. They've scored every single drive. Your score 48-14, and that kick was very excellent.
Now a kickoff, different here. Galavis will hang one up on the left side, and he's going to kick it out of bounds. It goes out of bounds, and there comes the flag from the back judge.
I tried to call a fair catch, but I wasn't fast enough.
Hey, just don't get in the way. Just don't get in the way. We learned that last year.
Protect those hands, Dave. Protect those hands.
Ball goes out at the 27-yard line. So the Lions will take over, I believe, at the 32. After the kickoff out of bounds.
Dave's boss would be mad if he jammed a finger and couldn't wax the truck.
You know how hard it would be to spread kitty litter with a jammed finger? I'd have to ask Dave. I don't know. First and 10, Leander.
About as hard as eating a donut, I guess.
It's kolaches now. First and 10 for the Lions at their own 32-yard line. Near side hash mark, trailing by 34. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Clap of the hands. Montgomery fakes the handoff, looks to pass, does. Pass is caught, and then the receiver is taken down immediately. The catch made by number 2, Dominic Jaramillo.
He got a little twist.
Johnny Decker was on that tackle along with Gavin Smith. But enough for a Leander Lion first down. As Jaramillo will come off the field. Takes his helmet off, limps off now. So on the far side, the receiver, Jayton Conley, comes in. On the near side, number 8, Malachi Ramos.
That last play for Leander was their longest play of the day, 11 yards.
Wow. First and 10 from the 43. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Gordon moves to the left side of Montgomery, middle of the field. Snap back to Montgomery. Fake the handoff. Quick pass out the flat. Catch made. Up past midfield. Cole Mitchell takes him down alongside.
Reception made by Aiden.
What are they doing, Kelly? Matriculating the ball down the field?
Matriculate the ball down the field, boys.
Tackled by
Guys, this, any resemblance here to what we saw against Lake Belton, or against Belton? They're using the flats right now and no one around them.
Yep.
An opportunity here. Leander trying to pick it apart on the flats. Hopefully the Eagles will be able to adjust. First and 10 from the Eagle 46-yard line. Snap back to Montgomery. Fakes the handoff. Drops back. Rolls right. Being pressured. Throws it across the middle. And it's batted free. Good play there by number 19, Johnny Decker.
Almost got that pick 6 we've been looking for, Holden.
Yeah, at this point, Leander's going to be airing the ball out, so I imagine there's going to be some 50-50 shots taken just to try to spark this offense to make some kind of miracle comeback here in the third quarter. And right there, a dangerous throw. Could have been completed, could have been intercepted. I expect to see quite a bit more of those before this game is done.
6:02 remaining in the third quarter. 3 receivers right, 1 left. 2nd and 10 from the Eagle 46-yard line. Snap back, Montgomery fakes the handoff, rolls left, sets up and throws super deep. He's got a man open. The catch is made at about the 2-yard line.
Holding.
But it's going to come back here. There's a flag in the backfield. Man down, and all the coaches for Georgetown giving the old windmill. Hey, get back down here.
About 5 coaches were yelling holding, and he threw the flag. I mean,
Yeah, and you could see it right there on the end. Just gets tackled and then falls on top of him as well.
I think it was Tennyson coming off that side of the ball, but yeah, he beat him to the outside with some speed. The tackle literally tackled him down to the ground. Easy hold call for the official. You just got to hope that Leander lineman's now okay.
But I tell you what, right there, you're hoping that Tennyson Dean's okay. The way he was taken down on the hold and then landed on his side, how easy a shoulder could be popped, and he already had a shoulder mishap earlier in the season. He's healed from it. How easy could that happen again? You want to keep him, especially Tennyson Dean, healthy on that defensive line.
I thought of that video that you probably saw out of Michigan high school football where that big lineman seemed like to intend to hurt. I don't think that was the case here, but.
Big number 70 for the Leander Lions. Easton Brockman, the senior offensive lineman. Gets up and saunters off the field after being called for the hold. So instead of 1st and goal for the Lions at the 2, it'll be 2nd and 20 from their own 44-yard line.
And Leander's rallied up like they've taken a timeout, and Georgetown's defense is just kind of ready to go.
Well, he's going to hold them over there until they start that clock, and now they have.
That's one thing Coach Price will do. They'll huddle on the sideline instead of here in the middle of the field. But this may cost them one of their first timeouts here as they break the huddle now and run out to the field with 10 seconds on the play clock. 3 receivers wide right, 1 receiver wide left. Gordon in the backfield beside Montgomery. He was moving before the snap. Pass across the middle. Catch made up to the 45 and then thrown down by the Eagle defense. Gavin Smith on the tackle. He was wide open, but right there, the running back Gordon started to step forward before the snap. Surprised he didn't get called for the false start.
Well, right now, in this situation, if you're Georgetown, you'll let those passes get completed the rest of the evening in front of you, in the middle of the field, clock's running. Just don't let anybody get behind you.
4:50 remaining, 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, snap back to Montgomery. Drops deep, throws out left flat, and laying down for the catch. It is complete to number 12, Jaden Conley. That's enough for a Lion first down at the 32-yard line of Georgetown.
They ran a good route there in the corner. The cornerback was totally bailing, and he cut it off and turned back to the QB. Easy pitch and catch for the first down.
Trying to see who that was out there on the edge.
4.5 minutes remaining.
Cade Erickson turned and started down the field. He was not about to let him get behind him. That's why that was so wide open.
Hand off, and the run up the middle by a different running back. That was not Gordon on that run. That was number 18 on the carry, Liam Gaither, senior running back. Bollinger with the tackle. It brings up 2nd and 1. But like you said, Kelly, they'll leave everything in the middle of the field, let the time run. It's under 4 minutes now here in the 3rd quarter. You're down 34 points and no hurry right now out of Leander's offense. Break the huddle. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Fake the handoff. Pressure. Throwing it out in the flat. No one there, but Tennyson Dean was coming with a full head of steam right at Montgomery, and he got rid of it quickly. And that'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Lions.
Yeah, he had to get rid of it quick because Tennyson was.
Snap back, handed to Gaither right up the middle. Spins off a tackle and falls forward to the 20-yard line for a first down for the Lions. Clock stops at 3:42 to set the chains.
Like you've both been mentioning, though, Georgetown defensively will take this long, slow drive that's milking so much clock. Because regardless of if Leander gets another touchdown here, if they take another 2 minutes to do it, we've reached about the end of the 3rd, and Leander would still need 4 more touchdowns to get back in this ballgame.
You'll trade a quarter for a touchdown.
Exactly.
Absolutely every time, especially leading by 34. Gaither to the left of Montgomery. Fake the handoff. Montgomery looking left, being pressured. Scrambles. There's a chance to get out, and he does. He's running inside the 10, and then he's popped inside the 5. Bollinger comes over and lays the wood to Montgomery. Great run down to the 3-yard line, but he paid the price there. As Bollinger came over and laid the wood to Montgomery. Not what you want to see your quarterback take after a great run like that. But a big 1st and goal now for the Lions.
Wow, what a hit. That.
Oh, it wasn't Bollinger. Rewind it.
I think it might have been 19, Johnny Decker.
Oh, yep, it was Johnny Decker. What a shot there. He's been hitting all over the field tonight, covering a lot of ground. 1st and goal from the 3 for the Lions. Snap back, it's low, handed to Gordon. He's going to be stopped in the backfield. Quentin Rock! Malachi Miller. Ball came out, but they're going to say Gordon was down. Malachi Miller. What a tackle there by Malachi Miller. He did not let Gordon get outside of him, and he throws him down. They're going to spot him all the way back to the 8-yard line. That's a loss of 5, brings up 2nd and goal from the 8.
Might have been a bit of a break as that was closing in on a horse collar tackle there. No call, so that loss of 5 still stands. And right now, again, Leander's really struggling to find consistent positive plays offensively. They just cannot stack wins.
Good call there because that ball did come out after he was down.
What about the earlier fumble? Oh, you didn't have it on replay. 2nd and goal from the 8. Leander has it, far side hash mark. 1 receiver right, 2 left. Turn, handoff Gordon, right up the middle, finds a hole, keeps his footing after the hit, and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Nice run there, and I like when these kids keep playing with some determination like this. I don't think you could overturn it.
Nice run there by Gordon into the end zone. Leander's cut it down to a 28-point deficit now, 48-20 with 1:45 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The Lions line up for a 2-point conversion. At this point, every touchdown score has to be joined with a 2-point attempt for Leander to try to crawl back into this one. 1 receiver wide right, 2 receivers wide left. Gordon to the right of Montgomery. Snap back, Montgomery rolls right, tucks it, being pressured, reverses field. Do we over pursue? Espinoza got blocked, and now someone's going to catch him and take him down at the 8-yard line. What a play there. Now I can give credit to Bollinger. He got out there, and he did a great job of getting off his block, breaking down and taking Montgomery down for the loss. And the 2-point conversion is no good. 1:45 remaining 3rd quarter. Georgetown leads it 48-20 over the Leander Lions. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Instant replays are brought to you by J. Byron. Instant replays are brought to you by J. Byron Custom Homes. J. Byron Custom Homes is an established home builder that is expanding into more areas of Central Texas, including Georgetown, Cedar Park, Leander, Marble Falls, and more. Whether it's a new custom home or a remodel of an existing home, J. Byron can meet and exceed your expectations. With over 50 years of building experience, J. Byron Homes will work hard to see that you have the house you want to call home. J. Byron Custom Homes, exceptional craftsmanship with a personal touch. For more information, visit our website at jbyronhomes.com.
Broadcast booth brought to you by JMT's. Lions line up for an onside kick. We'll let the kickoff take place before we go to the scoring drive summary. Rene Rodriguez kicks it, a high bounce.
Nice.
The whistle's blue.
Slick.
I don't think they had blown the ball live yet.
Georgetown took a timeout.
Oh. Yeah, that's great. That's pretty slick.
Who took the timeout?
Coach Griff.
Coach Griffin takes the timeout right before the onside kick.
Love it.
And we'll take it with him. 1:45 remaining 3rd quarter. 50-50 raffle here in the stadium. Good luck. We'll be right back.
For an old-fashioned dining experience, visit Goldberger Diner on the square in Georgetown. When you walk into this 50-style diner, you'll be greeted with a smile and treated like family. Enjoy breakfast served anytime or come for lunch or dinner and enjoy a great burger, chicken fried steak, old-fashioned liver and onions, or any of the great tasting food on our menu. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown Georgetown. Goldberger Diner, serving great food to great people.
Now back at the Birkelbach field. Now hold it. We'll do the Leander scoring drive summary.
Last drive was 11 plays, 68 yards, but more importantly, took 5 minutes and 35 seconds off the clock. But like Kelly said, you always love to see these kids still keep playing, still keep fighting for every inch, for every score. And a good drive there by Leander, easily their best drive of the game.
Now Leander will move it over to the far side hash mark at the 40-yard line to kick this one away. Rene Rodriguez, the junior kicker for the Lions, lines up for the onside kick. The hands team on.
Dean and Walker.
Weston Stewart deep. The kick, high hop, fielded by Cade Erickson, and he'll lay down at the 48-yard line. If anyone's going to field that, you would love one of your baseball players who plays football to go ahead and be sure-handed there. Cade Erickson was. He got that from his mom, not his dad, Jory.
I just wanted to see Dean knock somebody out and Walker take it to the house.
Eagles have it 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. 1:44 remaining here in the third quarter. 48-20, Georgetown. 28-point lead.
And as exciting as another shot play touchdown would be, I think the more strategical play here would be to mimic what Leander just did, a long, sustained drive to take 5-6 minutes off the clock and really shorten this ball game.
Strategic.
Guyton to the left of McDougal. Stewart to the right of McDougal. One receiver right, two receivers left. Now Bratt in motion to the right. Snap back, handed to Stewart, left side. Gets outside the numbers, 50, 45, 40, 35. Oh, baby! Weston Stewart throwing shoulders tonight.
He is not afraid of Evan Perkins, number 15, the senior linebacker.
Golly, that's twice Weston Stewart has thrown that shoulder at 15. He doesn't just go out of bounds. He says, excuse me, I want 3 more yards. Make it 5 after that one. Weston Stewart, the junior running back.
You got Guyton in there with fullback duties.
1st and 10, another borrow from Morrow, first down. Double running backs in the backfield, either side of McDougal and the near side hash. Snap back now, handed to Guyton, right side. He'll cut, back up inside. Gets up past the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Guyton on the carry.
That'll be a gain of 2, bring up 2nd and 8 for the Eagles. The clock now ticks under 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter.
Tick, 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 tick.
And Copperas, you're muted. Sorry to say, folks, Kelly Duvall just got fired.
Sweet. I'm starving.
That Copperas Cove, PA announcer, he was second to none.
Just bring the gear to my house when you get done.
One receiver left, one right. Guyton in the backfield. Snap back to McDougal, handed to Guyton, right ahead, steaming ahead, and he's going to be knocked down right at the line to gain. And they're going to give it another borrow for Morrow, first down on a good run by Zach Guyton inside the Graham & Sons Land and Cattle red zone.
Love to see these young running backs running hard like that, giving Jed a break. You leave him on the sideline, help keep him healthy. Love it.
That will be the end of the third quarter. Go ahead, Dave.
You're fired. Good, I'm hungry. Gotta put that one.
Clock ticks out here in the third quarter. We'll go to the fourth quarter with a 28-point lead for your Georgetown Eagles. 48-20 to score. Eagle football will continue after this.
Insurance, financial, and HR services are more valuable when they consider your specific needs. That's why Higginbotham Insurance Brokers works hard to understand your priorities so we can get you covered on day one and provide year-round value. From risk management and claims advocacy to benefit plan design and administration, the specialists of Higginbotham are here to turn your uncertainties into possibilities. Contact Jay Hubenak at 737-245-1303 or visit the website at higginbotham.com.
Back live here at Birkelbach Field inside the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth. It's brought to you by JMTs. Go visit them, jmts.com. They will take care of your needs. I tell you what, I've got on my favorite new hoodie, made by Omar, Susie Tompkins, proud owners.
Those are sweet.
JMTs. Got to give a Georgette shout out though. Kinley Rogers turned 17 today. It's her birthday. So happy birthday to Kinley Rogers.
Hey, Kinley, it's your birthday.
Snap by McDougal. Rolls out. Guyton open in the flat, a little floater, but just overthrown as pressure came on the backside of McDougal. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 on the incompletion. Kinley's brother, Braden, on the varsity baseball team here at Georgetown High School. Jeff Rogers, president of the Georgetown Baseball Booster Club. Good friends of ours, some great supporters of first responder broadcasting. Turning 15 today, not 17, 15 today.
Oh, wow.
She got her permit. That's what it was.
Her
got
dad,
her permit, yeah.
Her dad's going to hunt you down for that one.
She's not 17. She's 15. She's 15. All right, back to action we go. 2nd and 10 from the 16-yard line. Fake pass after the handoff. Good fake there by McDougal. But Guyton got bottled up. And taken down for a 1-yard loss back to the 17-yard line. Leander Lyon, number 99.
Timon Larson.
Timon Lawson.
Lawson.
Jogs off under his own power. The Eagles will have it 3rd and 12 now from the 18. The Eagles take their time here. 11.5 minutes on the clock left in the ballgame as it continues to run. 3 receivers right, none left. Guyton to the right of McDougal. Middle of the field. Clap of the hands. Now a look to the sideline.
We didn't need to show that last replay to see what the injury was.
McDougal ready to go. Play clock down to 5 seconds. Snap back, fake the handoff. Looking long, pressure comes. And McDougal took a shot. And a catch made. And Copeland Madre takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. I got caught looking at the backfield.
You've got to see that replay, Wally, the hustle after contact. 3 guys.
There were 6 Lions in the immediate vicinity right where Copeland Magic caught the ball, and he just refused to stop moving his legs to get into that end zone.
Copeland Madre, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game, and a big one there. The Eagles score, make it 54-20. Now the Oak Ridge Disciple House extra point attempt. The kick is up. The kick is good. 55-20. Georgetown leads it by 35 with 10:59 remaining here in the ball game. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
The Golden Rule is located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown. The Golden Rule offers an amazing menu and even better atmosphere. Enjoy a wide variety of menu items like Cantonese riblets, Texas fried quail, roasted beet salad, and elk double smash burger, and much, much more. Join us for Sunday brunch with a delicious selection of food and drinks. Give the menu a look at goldenrulegtx.com. The Golden Rule, above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard.
Back live, Birkelbach Field in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth. Hold on. Another Georgetown scoring. Hey, let me finish. Hold on. Another Georgetown scoring drive summary.
Well, they had one driver that kicked a field goal and said enough of that. 6 plays, 52 yards, took 2 minutes, 47 seconds off the clock. And the 5th touchdown for Caleb McDougal. He's thrown for 222 yards. And that 5 scores right there, that sums up this game in a nutshell. This Georgetown offense has been clicking.
Georgetown ready to kick it away here. Brought to you by Georgetown Shirt and Embroidery. The kickoff deep on the near side. Fielded about the 13-yard line. Up past the 15 to the 20. And then Gavin Smith! Oh, baby.
Welcome to Birkelbach Field, says Gavin Smith.
Tell you what, he likes to hit, and man, he makes it look painful. What a shot by Gavin Smith. Leander will take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And at this point of the ball game, down 35. with under 11 minutes to go. This is not really a lead that you can really realistically come back from. So I don't expect Leander to totally go crazy with the playbook, just so that they can keep some stuff out of the film room for the future weeks.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Gaither in the backfield to the left of Montgomery. Snap back. Montgomery scrambling. Now to the right as he gets out of trouble. Cuts back at the 25. A.J. Stevenson tracks him down and takes him down at the 30 after a gain of 9. But a flag came down. Is it offsides?
Yeah.
They'll get 9 yards out of this one, make it a 2nd and 1. Waiting for the call. Start your day with Texas Honey Ham. From our famous breakfast tacos to slow smoked honey glazed ham, we're serving up Texas-sized flavor every day now with 2 locations, Westlake and in Georgetown. Come taste why the locals love us, Texas Honey Ham. Every bite is better. They are the proud sponsors of breakfast every Friday and Thursday next week. For this football team, the breakfast tacos are amazing. Thanks to Texas Honey Ham. Handed off, coming back left side. And taken down just outside the 35 to the 36-yard line was Gaither. Enough for a Leander Lion first down, and the clock, once the change set, will continue to run under 10 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the ball game.
18's going off the field. He got popped pretty good. Hope that young man is okay.
Gaither took a shot there right in that left leg and the thigh. And a first down here. Gordon back in. For the Lions, 3 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. Under 10 minutes remaining. Middle of the field. Snap back to Montgomery. Fake the handoff. Looks right. Quick pass out in the flat. And defended well. And incompletion. There was Cade Erickson. He did a great job defending there. On the play, the Leander fans across the way wanted a flag for taunting.
The ump came all the way over to talk to him and like, hey, cool it. Because, yeah, I mean, I get pumped too. Cornerbacks, I think, the hardest position to play outside of QB. And so when you make a big play like that, I'd get excited as well. But, yeah, right there, their umpire had to go try to rein him in.
And the big lead, you know, and everything late in the game, and Tennyson Dean is still in the quarterback's face. He's coming, he's just right at him.
2nd and 10 from the 36-yard line. Snap back to Montgomery. He's going to roll right. Looking to throw on the run. All the way over to the right side. A flag comes down, heaves it up, kind of throws up a prayer. Is that Johnny?
That was a tackle by number 76.
Yeah, Tennyson Dean got tackled, and that was the holding variety, I believe.
Yeah, if you look here on the end, he just grabs him and throws him.
The Georgetown defense, I think it was number 35, Landon Carr.
Holding. Offense. Number 76. Definitely be declined. As a result of the play. The 3rd down.
Landon Carr took the shot. It was the pass that was hung up by Montgomery down the sideline. Landon Carr laid the receiver out of bounds. 3rd and 10 from the 36. 9:42 remaining here in the ball game. Lions on the far side hash mark. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Snap back to Montgomery. Drops back. Looking long. Looking long. Got plenty of time. Now being chased. He's going to have to run and does. Tucks it. Runs 40. Cuts back towards the inside. Up past the 45 to midfield. There he is taken down by a host of defenders, but a nice play. One thing that has been consistent this season for Georgetown's defense, Kelly, the containment of the quarterback. After too long, they can't keep him in the pocket and get him down, and the quarterbacks continue to make us pay the price.
Really good coverage out there by that secondary, but all the receivers were way down the field, so that's why he had such a lane to run.
1st and 10 into Georgetown territory at the 49. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Snap back, fake the handoff. Montgomery looks, packs it in, now scrambles for his life on the right side, throws on the run, but the catch is incomplete.
They're going to give it to him.
He got it. Too bad we don't have a. Oh, wait. Let's go to the replay.
Let's do, because if that was a catch, that was a beauty. I don't think he had possession before that hit the ground.
He may have had his left foot under it.
1st and 10 at the Georgetown 38-yard line.
He got it.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap back. Montgomery will hand it off. Dancing around, make a man miss, and then popped right at the 35-yard line. Number 13, Malachi Miller.
35 with the initial hit.
Landon Carr. Malachi Miller coming in there. 2nd and 7 now for the Lions, middle of the field.
This game is a lot longer than that Coppers Cove game was.
Absolutely. 8:25 remaining. Snap back to Montgomery. Pass out in the left flat. Catch made by Conley. Nope, he dropped it. Wide open. Had pressure coming once he caught it. But he dropped it. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 7 now from the Georgetown 35. There comes the purge alarm.
That almost sounds like that sound they play at the Minnesota Vikings game.
3rd and 7, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Montgomery gets the snap, makes the handoff, looks long, throws it down the middle, wide open at the 10, 5, and then blasted down at about the 1-yard line is number 0, Case Snyder, senior athlete. He was so wide open. Missed assignment there, gives a 1st and goal to the Lions.
Yeah, the corner was expecting some help. Actually, I think it was the linebacker was out there, but I think he was expecting some help over the top, and that help was not there.
Cade Erickson makes the touchdown-saving tackle. The Lions go for it, 1st and goal, and they are stopped short. Just out about the half-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. The clock continues to run. 7:50 left here in the ball game, and the clock running.
We've touched on it a couple times, but yeah, Leander definitely has no quit in them. They're still playing their same game plan, and they're still going all out every play to try to claw into this game.
Montgomery fakes the handoff, keeps it, and strolls into the end zone for the Leander touchdown. 7.5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. And the Lions take it in for the touchdown. 55-26, Georgetown leads it. Lions will bring on the extra point team now. Rene Rodriguez will line up for the extra point for the Lions.
We talked about it at halftime that Leander needed to show some kind of offensive spark in the second half, and defensively they've not been able to contain Georgetown, but offensively I think there's a lot of good things for Leander to build on in the coming weeks as they continue into this district slate. This offense is very dynamic, and this quarterback can run.
Snap back, the extra point is up, and the extra point is good. 7:28 remaining in the ballgame. Georgetown leads at 55-27. The 50-50 raffle results are in. Who's the winner?
Okay, fans, tonight's 50-50 raffle winner is
Jamie Kitchen.
ticket number 1140.
That's awesome. Congrats. Quick timeout. Eagle Football returns in a minute.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoor enthusiasts, River and Ranch Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. River and Ranch offers a large selection of outdoors and hunting supplies. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoors outfitter with high-quality services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what we have to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown or visit our website at rrpgtx.com.
Back live. The JCT Memorial Broadcast Booth brought to you by JMT's Holden. It's a Leander Lions scoring drive summary.
It is another 11-play drive. This one went 79 yards, took 3 minutes, 30 seconds off the clock. And again, like I was talking about earlier, Leander's got a lot of good things to move forward with. Now, passing the ball has still been an issue, but running the ball, they might have found a big thing of this offense. Mason Montgomery, he's got 10 carries, 53 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the night.
Guys, I wonder if they're going to try an onside kick. Down.
I don't think so. No way.
Down 28.
You want my opinion?
You're muted. It's okay. Onside kick. Takes a hop, another hop. Got it on the run. Cade Erickson. And forced out of bounds right about the 40-yard line. No, they're going to spot him. Let's see where they put him. I think they're going to get him at the 37-yard line. Cade, that was going to be nice if he got down the sideline on that one. But a great job by Cade Erickson there to recover the onside kick. Georgetown will take over. 1st and 10 in Leander territory. I think Caleb McDougal just got the boot. I think Coach Griffin just told him, stay here, young man.
Yep.
And he did. Royal Mitchell, the sophomore quarterback, comes in. 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore lefty will come in at the quarterback helm. Caleb McDougal, the starter, is done. In the backfield with Royal Mitchell will be Weston Stewart. 2 receivers right, 2 left, or 1 left. Handoff to Stewart, right side, makes a man miss. Cuts out, makes a man miss again outside the 30, 25 before being taken out of bounds.
It's going to be a holding.
Holding penalty coming here. They may get it on number 79, Xavier Clemens. Coach Griffin did look happy. Headset came off. A nice run there by Western Stewart. They're going to call that one on A.J. Gonzalez, Big Tasty, on the hold. So that'll back us up 10 yards, bring up 1st and 20.
So, you know, you got the seconds in there, and you want to see them have success, and you hate to see those kind of penalties, you know, at this point.
Well, now what you've got, it's kind of fun to look at, is some of your guards have been moved to tackles and brought in backups on the guards. You've taken out your big 78, Sam Lopez, and big 71, Caden Scherer, to get those 2 tackles out of the ball game. So now you've moved them around where you've got your right guard now playing at the strong tackle. So a lot of changes there offensively. 1st and 20, Mitchell in the empty backfield. Being pressured, throws it out, right flat, catch made. Braden Bratton on the run. Gets outside, shoved out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, but a big gain on 1st and 20. Man, I tell you what, Braden Bratton having a ball game, boys.
You talked about it earlier when you scored that touchdown, but he has some wheels to him. I think we might be looking at another Xavier Warren-type athlete. Just get the ball in his hands and let him fly.
He dominated on the freshman team last year. Just was a weapon. They kept hanging it up to him. He'd go get it, and he'd outrun you. And now as a sophomore, doing great things here on the varsity. 2nd down and 1. Got it all the way back to the 29-yard line of Leander. 1 receiver left, 1 right. Turn around, Stewart gets the ball right up the middle. Squirts to the left, gets through a quick hole up to about the 25-yard line. And that'll be a borrow for Morrow 1st down.
And that's what you want to see. You got a bunch of guys that haven't had a whole lot of playing time in there right now, and you just want to see them work this offense.
Late flag after the play was on the ground and over with.
Helmet came off for one of the Lion defenders, but we'll see what happens here.
Penalties have been a recurring theme for both these teams. Georgetown sitting at 7 for 64 yards. Leander's got 6 for 56.
We'll see what the call is. It looks like they're going to back Georgetown up. Don't repeat that. I don't know what was said, but it came across the mic.
Somebody has some disdain with number 4.
You're doing some Kelly Duvall heckling out there. He's got a megaphone too, so.
So the referees are about ready to give a.
Maybe they're hungry. They want to be fired.
Here comes the referee now.
Lost his mic.
Unsportsmanlike on Deshaun Smith.
Man, I hate those penalties.
What was the number?
88.
88.
Number 88, Deshaun Smith, 5'11", 180-pound senior wide receiver.
It's going to back him all the way up to the 40. It looks like they're still talking about it.
Plenty of stuff, even in a pretty good-sized blowout win for the coaches to coach with this coming week.
That's what's beautiful about football. There's just so many different elements. You're never going to play a perfect game. There's always going to be room for the coaches to make improvements, to make adjustments. And again, that's why football is such a great sport.
in-depth discussion going on. We'll go back down to the field.
That's twice, mister.
Then our center, Brian Mishcott, you got one of the big buffet killers running out with his arms in the air. It was awesome. He's like, yes, it was not on us. That was some extra running right there.
We don't even see an 88.
Well, and that's the thing, is what it had to be a lineman.
Right.
For them, number 88 is going to be Virgil Garcia, senior defensive lineman. So now the student body cheering for their backup quarterback, Royal Mitchell, the sophomore. I said he was the lefty, Royal Mitchell, the righty. But boy, getting a lot of playing time here tonight. Gotta love it in case something unfortunately might happen to Caleb McDougal. You just gotta get him ready to go with not much experience as a sophomore. And in motion, Mitchell hands it off. Stewart, right side, cuts up inside the 10-yard line. He'll be taken down at the 9. That'll be a gain of 3. Bring up 2nd and 7.
I like how the wide receivers are just always taught really well to block. You know, even if they're not getting the ball, they're doing a really good job of blocking on the outside out there.
I love how he runs that football.
Now another backup lineman, Jonah Daniels, the 5'10", 200-pound senior, comes in on the offensive line. He's joined by number 65, Colby Hyatt, 6'4", 265-pound junior. Big Tasty comes out. So now most of your starters out on the offensive line for this defense, for this Georgetown offense. Snap back to Mitchell, handed off, and a man jumped that signal call and made a great play for a loss of 1 back to the 10. What a read there by number 29 for the Lions. Ruiz Williams, a senior defensive back, on the clap of the hands by Royal Mitchell. He was hitting that line, and boy, he grabbed Weston Stewart before he could get up any kind of momentum. So a big 3rd down here for Georgetown, 3rd and 9 from the 10-yard line.
That's a read you'd like to see Royal pull. If that's an element in the playbook, pull and keep himself and take across that flying defensive end.
3 receivers left, none right. Mitchell there, clap of the hand. You saw the Lions almost jump off.
I was, before Holden interrupted me, I was going to say.
Timeout, Georgetown.
Now, Coach Griffin will take his 2nd timeout to avoid the delay of game, and we'll take it with him. 5:02 remaining here in the ballgame. Georgetown leads at 55-27. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Instant replays are brought to you by J. Byron Custom Homes. J. Byron Custom Homes is an established home builder that is expanding into more areas of Central Texas, including Georgetown, Cedar Park, Leander, Marble Falls, and more. Whether it's a new custom home or a remodel of an existing home, J. Byron can meet and exceed your expectations. With over 50 years of building experience, J. Byron Homes will work hard to see that you have the house you want to call home. J. Byron Custom Homes, exceptional craftsmanship with a personal touch. For more information, visit our website at jbyronhomes.com.
Back at Birkelbach Field, the Eagles go for it here on 3rd and 8 from the 10-yard line. Snap back, Mitchell looking across the middle. Throw it up to the corner, and his man is just overthrown. He tried to hit John Turner in the corner of the end zone. It's incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes Galaviz for the field goal attempt, brought to you by Oak Ridge Disciple House. Josh Harris, great work at Oak Ridge Disciple House, great supporter of SHN Sports. First responder broadcasting. How long now?
15 years.
Oh, 2nd and done. Thank you, Josh. We appreciate you, and we love the work of the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Ball will be spotted at the 17-yard line. A 27-yard field goal attempt. Snap back. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the field goal is good. 58-27. Georgetown leads it. 4:53 remaining in the ballgame. Quick timeout. Eagle football continues in a moment.
JMT's provides customized apparel and promotional items to small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. Our services include screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Our game-changing direct-to-film printing allows JMT's to print full-color graphics on your garments. JMT's has the experience and confidence to take on any order. Visit the website at jmts.com or call us at 512-388-5555.
Back here in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMT's. Hold on. Another Georgetown Eagle score and drive summary.
And I got to tell you, every time Georgetown's touched the ball, they have scored today. And this was 6 plays, 28 yards. Took 2.5 minutes off the clock thanks to that onside kick recovery that gave them a short field. And then Royal Mitchell kind of leading that offense, just chipping away, get 2 first downs, get the field goal, get more points on the board. And your Georgetown Eagles up 58-27 late.
4:53 remaining. Georgetown getting ready to kick it away. They line up the 3 kicking crew. It will be booted far down the far hash mark. Filled at the 15, 20, 25, 30. Outside, coming to the near side. 40, 45, 50. Makes a man miss and then pushed out of bounds by Liam Capper again. He's been our best tackler on special teams. He drives the returner, number 17. Brought that one back, Braxton Hernandez. All the way into Georgetown territory. Well, it'll be 1st and 10 at the Georgetown 40.
Lanes are important.
Good. If there has been one weakness to this day for Georgetown, it's been the kick return defense, because they've just really struggled to maintain discipline, maintain the gap integrity, the lane integrity like Kelly was mentioning. And anytime you do that, those bounces to the outside are really lethal. We saw Leander already score a touchdown on that one, and there the kicker having to make another tackle to potentially save another score.
Hey, before this next play, I do want to say we have had no complaints about the camera work tonight, because it is our camera operators working the cameras tonight, and they have done a phenomenal job. Thank you, Jolissa, and thank you, Heath.
Montgomery drops back, pressured, sack, Quentin Rock! Oh, baby!
What a job of Quentin Rock to recognize that the quarterback was going to step up, and he spun around and got him.
What a play there by Quentin Rock. You've heard his name tonight. Malachi Miller has played an outstanding game on defense. And now it's a long 2nd down. 17 to go for the Lions from the Georgetown 47. Snap back, Montgomery hands it off. Up the middle, stopped right at about the 45. They'll push him forward. They'll give him all the way up to the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 and bring up 3rd and 13 now for the Lions. Nice little run there by number 26 for the Lions, Michael Arnell, the junior.
Quentin Rock was the first one to grab a hold of him. He's having a good series so far.
Holden Tuma has some breaking college football news.
I do. Virginia just upset FSU at home in double overtime. What a game for football.
Snap back, Montgomery fakes the handoff, throws it out right flat. There's Kate Erickson defending the pass again. It's incomplete. That'll bring up a big 4th down. I tell you what, I think this has been a game Kate Erickson's grown up into. He was getting into that groove as a starter in the first 3 games. But what a game he's had tonight, and done a great job on the kick return team, on the hands team, and then over on the far side of the field, doing a great job knocking that one away from Braxton Hernandez.
Tom Bowers in the chat earlier was mentioning something that I was thinking about. We got some good young talent. The future is bright. I'm loving seeing it.
4th and 13 for the Lions. Got to get to the 30 of Georgetown. 2 receivers left, 2 right, snap back. Fake the handoff. Rock around the outside being held. Pass, incomplete, tip. Almost intercepted, but it was dropped. I think it was number 33, Andrew Solomon.
2-3.
2-3.
Liam Nelson.
Liam Nelson almost got the interception after the tip, but Georgetown takes over. It's probably better he dropped it, because on the 4th down, it's back to the original line of scrimmage where the incompletion was thrown from, and Georgetown will take over with 3:29 remaining here in the ball game, and Georgetown has it 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line.
And that's a perfect example of why that young man is a defensive back and not a wide receiver.
So now some more movement on the offensive line for Georgetown. Going to center will be number 77, Big Tasty. Usually plays guard. Now A.J. playing at the center role, so a lot of offensive linemen getting different looks here for the Georgetown O-line. Snap back to Mitchell, handed off. Guyton comes right side, stiff arm, gets out of a tackle, and still happens to split 4 defenders to move forward all the way up past the 45 to the 46-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Nice run there, and I love seeing that kind of run this late in the game. And you know the Leander defense is just saying, run, clock, run.
Clock runs under 3 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Guyton in the backfield with Royal Mitchell, number 10, the sophomore backup quarterback. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Mitchell on the near side hash mark. Snap back. He'll hand it to Guyton. Right up the middle. Hit and spun around and taken down. What a tackle there by the defense for the Lions. Number 55 on that tackle, it looked like. That's big Caleb Lemire. What a tackle there by Caleb Lemire. You can stop Guyton for no gain.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot. Now it's a big 3rd and 7 for Georgetown. The clock continues to run. The offense taking their time, getting the play in. They'll break the huddle with 15, make it 12 now on the play clock. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Guyton to the right of Royal Mitchell, near side hash mark. Snap back, Mitchell looks, pressure coming. He's hit, but he gets it off to Guyton. Out at the 50, makes a man miss. 45, Guyton going to work. Wow, the sophomore is doing some magic out on the outside after a big catch, and he makes several men miss.
2-minute warning and an injury.
Injury here for the Lions at the 2-minute timeout. We'll take a quick timeout, come back here in just a minute. This one does not look good, folks. We will be back after several commercial breaks.
The Golden Rule is located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown. The Golden Rule offers an amazing menu and even better atmosphere. Enjoy a wide variety of menu items like Cantonese riblets, Texas fried quail, roasted beet salad, and elk double smash burger, and much, much more. Join us for Sunday brunch with a delicious selection of food and drinks. Give the menu a look at goldenrulegtx.com. The Golden Rule, above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard.
For all the fly fishing, hunting, and outdoor enthusiasts, River and Range Provisions is your one-stop shop for the gear you need. River and Range offers a large selection of outdoors and hunting supplies. Cody, Brad, Sam, and Tim have put together a high-end outdoors outfitter with high-quality services to make everyone feel welcome and important, regardless of your experience level. Come see what we have to offer at 807 South Austin Avenue in Georgetown, or visit our website at rrpgtx.com.
Instant replays are brought to you by J. Byron Custom Homes. J. Byron Custom Homes is an established home builder that is expanding into more areas of Central Texas, including Georgetown, Cedar Park, Leander, Marble Falls, and more. Whether it's a new custom home or a remodel of an existing home, J. Byron can meet and exceed your expectations. With over 50 years of building experience, J. Byron Homes will work hard to see that you have the house you want to call home. J. Byron Custom Homes, exceptional craftsmanship with a personal touch. For more information, visit our website at jbyronhomes.com.
Back live here at the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMT. Omar, Susie Tompkins, proud owners, proud supporters of First Responder Broadcasting, the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth. If you haven't ever heard the story, I'll tell you. It's Jason Chance Tompkins. It's a Memorial Broadcast booth to honor my grandson. Snap back to Mitchell. He'll hand it off to Guyton. Right up the middle, dances through the hole. Up past the 35, falls forward. That'll be enough for another. Morrow for Morrow, first down up to the 32 of the Lions. Georgetown will continue to let the clock run inside a minute 45 remaining in the ball game.
At this point, Leander just is trying to get out of this without any other players going down. And we all hope number 41 is okay. It did not look like a great injury, but he was able to hobble off the field, so no need for a cart. Potential is some good news there.
Evan Michael, we are, hope you are okay, young man. It didn't look good on the replay.
Our buddy Frank Miranda getting funny. Tick, tick, tick.
1:20 left here in the ball game. Snap back to Mitchell. Handed off on the end around to number 37 on the carry, Connor Kuchar, a senior wide receiver. And now the push pile goes forward all the way up to the 21-yard line. What a great job of work there by this offense.
I was about to say I was done with replays, but I want to see that again.
They come in and get behind Kuchar, and there goes the push pile forward. The offensive line getting in there to help the senior wide receiver. Under a minute remaining in the ball game. Georgetown taking their time. 15 seconds left on the play clock. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Royal Mitchell on the far side hash mark. Guyton to his right. He'll let it tick down. Snaps, hands to Guyton. Face man, there it comes. There. Oh, I like it. That's a hanky party all over that field right there, baby. They pulled Guyton's face mask. Glad his head didn't come off with the helmet.
Good.
Holy cow.
Good.
I think 3 different umpires all threw it at the same time. No chance they missed that one.
Golly, the referee, he sent his skimming along like a rock across the pond.
Got some good hands on the officials' team tonight.
Oh, I tell you what, they have them shoulders. They're going to have to get an ice bag down. Some of those shoulders, they are tossing these flags like champs. So it stops the clock with 41 seconds left. I'm just glad Guyton doesn't get hurt. In a play like that, when your helmet gets pulled, face mask gets ripped that hard, and it spins your body around, you're just glad he is not hurt. First and 10 from the 11. Throw out in the flat, missed the mark to number 85. Aaron Fryer, the senior wide receiver, 5'10", 175 pounds.
Manti Te'o's girlfriend ran the wrong route. Little football history lesson there.
2nd and 10 from the 11 inside the Graham & Sons Land and Cattle red zone.
About us in the morning on Saturday when they're listening to us, like, these guys.
That's why I don't go to the taco breakfast thing, man.
I do. I want to hear what they say about y'all. I'm not going to lie. 2nd and 10 from the 11. It's always good. They love holding.
Right.
I'm joking.
Can't blame them.
Handed off. Royal Mitchell on the end around. Cutting back in. Stiff arm, but then going to be taken down is number 80. John Turner. And that will be the last play of the ball game. Georgetown goes to 3-1 on the year, but more importantly, Kelly, they start off District 8 season with a win. 58-27 over the Leander Lions. Not only do they get the win to go 1-0, they avenge last year's district opener loss at Bible Stadium. That was the only loss in their regular season for the Georgetown Eagles. What a performance here tonight by your Georgetown Eagles. They win it 58-27 over the Leander Lions. Quick timeout. We'll come back, wrap it up. Eagle football continues in a moment.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Georgetown Eagle Football, because just like the Eagles, the fight at Oak Ridge never dies. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
For an old-fashioned dining experience, visit Goldberger Diner on the square in Georgetown. When you walk into this 50-style diner, you'll be greeted with a smile and treated like family. Enjoy breakfast served anytime, or come for lunch or dinner and enjoy a great burger, chicken fried steak, old-fashioned liver and onions, or any of the great tasting food on our menu. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown Georgetown. Goldberger Diner, serving great food to great people.
Back live here in the JCT Memorial Broadcast booth, brought to you by JMT. Omar Susie Tompkins. I'm joined right now by a little lady named Marley Tompkins, my little grandbaby. Doing all right? Yeah, doing good. The Eagles are victorious. What a win, Kelly. You just can't say it up. You got some things to shore up on the special teams, but this offense and defense played football tonight.
They did. And again, there's plenty to coach up for this week. Keep the players from getting a big head and getting a little too overconfident. But we saw a really, really pretty complete ball game tonight, probably the most complete ball game we've seen this season from the Eagles, and that is good to watch and a great start to the district slate.
Dave, go ahead.
Coach, 1-0 in district. Yep. Beat a good Leander team. We saw some good stuff. I saw some good kicking in special teams. I know that's kind of nerdy, but, I like to see that. Defense did give us the ball back at times. That was
cleaned up a little bit. And just some execution stuff, but overall really good.
Thanks, Coach.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
You got to like it. You could go into your first game in district, and you win it 58-27 to take it over Leander. You go to 1-0 and a short week.
Yep.
You wonder how healthy you come out. You're going to be short on the defensive line here. Is Leander still going to be out? Provo will be suspended for a game after being disqualified from this game, I believe is the policy and the rule.
Was that in the first half or second half?
First half. So he may only miss a half.
Yeah.
But anyway, even with that, you've got an injury already with Leander. You really don't want to tax these players, and especially on a short week. How does that come into play with that? And we'll be able to talk to Coach about that on Wednesday night. How do those penalties affect this team, and how do you work through those and get some of that mindset away from some of these players? But ultimately, you couldn't ask for anything better. You had a performance that you wanted to see off of a bye week. You didn't have a letdown, and you started hot and finished hot. And you got some good quality time for all your running backs. You kept Jet Walker healthy. He had a great night. You saw some great things out of Madre. You hope Braylon Westfall's all right. He did not play in that second half. Yeah. But you kept your quarterback healthy. You kept your running back healthy, and your team got a big win.
The way he came out of the locker room, I think it purely speculative, but seems like more precautionary keeping him out in the second half. Didn't need him, and that's the good thing. You played you played a good enough ball game where you got the lead you needed. You can protect your players who may be dinged a little bit from the first half, and also get some of these younger guys some really good playing time early in the second half and build for the future.
Holden, your final thoughts on the ball game? What are some numbers that stick out to us tonight?
I mean, my number that sticks out to me the most is the fact that Georgetown scored every time they touched the ball except for the final drive of the game. And so until they put in all their second-string guys and were just milking clock, they scored every single drive. You cannot script a better offensive game than that. Number-wise, I got to give a big shout-out to Caleb McDougal, back-to-back games where he's really played lights out today, 222 yards and 5 touchdowns. Receiving the ball was really spread out, but Braden Bratton led the team in receiving yards, 4 catches, 94, and a score.
Wow.
All his first touches of the season. Big shout out to him as well. And then Joe Walker crossed the 100-yard mark, 104, 2 scores for him. This is a big game for this offense all around.
Dave, your final thoughts?
If I turn my mic on, it's just good to get 1-0 in district. Unlike last year, we got that one loss out of the way, I hope, with Belton. So it's just good to have a good win at home. Lots of areas of improvement with the defense and the special teams, but I did like the kicking on special teams. I sure am excited about all the running backs we have, and you've even got a wide receiver that got some running, and then some wide receivers that are showing out that are young kids that we've never called their names before, and then we got some new wrinkles that we didn't get to see before district started. So.
And I talked to Caleb McDougal on Tuesday night and asked how practices have gone through this bye week and into the early week, and he said a lot of new study. We're putting in some wrinkles you haven't seen, and we saw them tonight. And I tell you what, some things I liked on this offense and defense that we did, and areas you could always get better. But dadgum, you sure do like to see a butt whooping like this on your first district game to build some confidence going on the road on Thursday next week. Kelly, your final thoughts?
Excited to see what we saw tonight. Yeah, of course, there's some work to do. Always will be, but looking forward to the rest of the season.
Georgetown improves to 3-1 on the season, and they improved to 1-0 in district play. The next game will be Thursday night at Killeen at Chaparral High School. We take on the Bobcats in week 2 of district play, but these Eagles will have a short week. Will come see us here at the stadium at the junior varsity games on Wednesday. We will have the Coaches Show live at 6 p.m. on the track. We'll set up and bring you the Coaches Show live, and we will visit with Coach Chuck Griffin, some players, and have NFL trivia on a Wednesday night for you. Tuesday night, if you don't have anything to do, Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball, they are district leaders. They are the only undefeated team in district in volleyball after a big 3-2 set win over Weiss on Tuesday night. And they play Tuesday night at Pflugerville. We'll be on the road, and I will bring you the call of Lady Eagle Volleyball on Tuesday. Thanks so much to our two camera aficionados, Jolissa and Heath. They killed it for us tonight like they always do, and they saved us tonight as some technical difficulties up in the press box that Curtis is still trying to get worked out. We're able to flip the script quickly, get the cameras up, and what a job they did for us. To our producer that makes it all work behind the scenes, my wife, Jerry Ann, thank you so much. Boys, a big win for your Georgetown Eagles. For Doppler Dave, for Holden, for Kelly, I'm Wally Harmon. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for listening to Eagle Football Live here on the SHN Sports YouTube channel, brought to you by First Responder Broadcasting. Remember, it never costs you a dime to be kind. Have a good weekend, everybody.